Test. Check again. Testing. Danai, can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
Perfect. Yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
Great.
All right. I think I'll do a nice, simpler episode tonight. Audio only. So we can get going. Let me just start off with the usual. Welcome to BrickTalk, everybody. As usual, I'll start off by pointing out that we are not acting as investment advisors at any point in the episode. Nothing I said in the episode should be taken as investment advice. And I think everybody should know that already. If it's your first time hearing it, welcome. This is not to be taken as investment advice. We do talk about the market. We do love the market. And you should understand what we're talking about, but still make all your investment decisions with the help of a licensed investment advisor in a personalized session, right? Not just because you hear some guys talking about it on Twitter. Right. So having said all of that, welcome. How are you doing, Danai?
All right, I'm all right.
Yeah, I
Randy?
figure we can. Yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
Okay,
I'm
good.
hearing you. Yeah, so I figure we can have a nice conversation. As usual, also I invite everybody who wants, or anybody who wants to, anything that you want to talk about, have a stock, have something in mind, a question, to send a speaking request, and we'll include you in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, all things that I.
Everything good. I'm trying to load up. Okay, it's working. I just had some internet issue, so
Okay.
seems to be fine though. Yeah, all is well. Busy week outside of the market for me, but I'm sure I saw a good amount of things this week that were more than interesting. So
Yeah,
yeah,
like what?
that's what I'm trying to find out now. And the
We have
pitch
a
when I
couple
saw
of.
them was still there. I mean, yeah, it pitched when I saw them, but I couldn't pay too much attention this week. But IPO closed, Randy.
Well, I was about to say that when you said that there were interesting things. I was about to point out the IPOs. Is it well, yeah, we have
Yeah,
multiples
the
for
IPOs.
IPOs
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
market.
Mm-hmm.
IPOs that we have, multiple IPOs that we have in the market currently. So that's one. Is it closed? That's the Dequity IPO that has closed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that notice from VM saying it's closed. So I'm
Uh,
guessing
one of our
congrats.
regular callers should be happy. Eh?
Yeah, you're regular who?
One of
Which
our
one?
regular callers should be happy. No,
Which
she
one?
expressed strong interest in last we spoke. So
Oh, you're talking about what's her name? Flipping me.
Tom Singh.
Tom Singh. So yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Singh should be extremely happy. I think she spoke about participating. And sometimes it's hard to think to pin down what it is that she she actually said versus what she never said. But either way,
Mm-hmm.
either way, I'm happy. I'm happy that it's closed, which means I mean hopefully more money raised, more listings on the market.
Yes, sir.
Um, and on that line, we have another listing on the market, right? But this one not
Yeah, but
being
it's
an
not an
IPO.
IPO. Yeah, not
Yeah.
an IPO. This is one of them will be looking out to come to market for quite a while. So
Yeah, about 2 or 3 years now.
it's not longer, man, longer.
Longer than that, yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking about when.
Oh yeah. When they become very public about what they're saying. Eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, but not by IPO. Which I thought there would be an IPO earlier though. Start really keeping track, but here we are now. Listing by
Well,
introduction.
that one is also extremely interesting. Then, what do you think about them and that listing by introduction? The choice that they made to list by introduction, and they be here for anybody who don't know.
Listing this petroleum.
Is yeah, West Indies Petroleum, not just West Indies Petroleum, being
Terminal.
accurate. Say that again?
West Indies Petroleum Terminal Limited.
Yeah, exactly. Which is I don't even know how do you describe what that is?
How would I say it? It's a piece of the greater thing. So let's find out the pieces.
Yeah, like that company that is coming to market, West Indies Petroleum Terminal Limited, is a very, very interesting. I hate that word now. Very interesting. I
Kind
hate
of a
that
say
term.
much, eh?
Yeah, very interesting. It is. And that's I know like our English teachers in high school used to say, "Oh, you can't say something is good or great," or my summer was
My
wonderful.
summer was
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
yeah,
should say anything about your summer.
yeah.
Just say how you feel about it.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, it's interesting. I mean,
Mhm.
everything is
Uh,
interesting.
Everything interesting.
But I'm saying that it's interesting in terms of what it is because as we've
Mhm.
seen for quite a few, or say some of the companies that have come to market recently, they touch they click they tick a lot of boxes. One, West Indies Petroleum is what everybody's gonna call it,
Mhm.
but it's not really West Indies
Yeah.
Petroleum.
Mhm.
It's West Indies Petroleum Terminal Limited. But I say like a lot of companies have done this. You know, we've seen the same thing with like a MFS. We've seen the same thing with, in some ways, with Skinny Man, Twitter God,
Entire.
Louis V belt guy,
Entire.
Kintyre. Yeah, we've seen the same thing with, in some ways, with Proven. But I
Mhm.
think where they have the group, they have the thing that's exciting also in the group that they want people to see, and they name the thing that's being listed very similarly to that thing. So in this
Mhm.
case, West Indies Petroleum Limited, everybody will think about that, right? Um,
Mhm.
and I expect, and they speak about it. That, you know, also that energy. Energy does the same thing too.
Yeah.
Energy might actually be like maybe one of the great examples of it. What's energy's proper name?
What's the name again? IEC.
IEC, Innovative Energy, yeah, Innovative
Yeah,
Energy
innovative.
Group. And they have the Innovative Energy Group, and the thing that is listed, which is the rework Siboney,
Mhm.
they did the impossible, quote unquote impossible. But the thing that listed is within a larger group,
Mhm.
and business the group's business sometimes is spoken about.
As if it's the thing, the listed thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So any good news catcher. It's all in again. It's all like a year in my car. So it's the
Exactly.
good news too.
Exactly. Cygnus.
Yeah, yes, yeah, 100, yes. Yeah,
Yeah, Cygnus is part
that
of
one,
it.
that one tripped up people for years, eh? Probably
Yeah,
still does.
still does. And the Cygnus,
Everything signal still got SCI.
yep, everything Cygnus is Cygnus. Cygnus guys speak
Yeah.
about everything as Cygnus, and they're not wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
they're, in my view, deliberately benefiting from, I don't know,
Misunderstanding.
yeah, a public ignorance of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I can't tell how many times people excited, but hey, here's the thing happened with Cygnus. And you say which Cygnus, and they have no idea. They
Mm-hmm.
don't even know what you
Mm-hmm.
mean. So you mean which Cygnus? Cygnus that's listed,
Same
but
signal system. This is funny. I two listed that only one of them is scared about when people talk. I don't hear people tell me about thing there. The real estate.
that's true. You don't hear a lot of talk about the real estate, which
Just
is
ignore it.
actually one of the more interesting companies on the market to me. Again, that word interesting, but interesting because of interesting to me because of how they have a couple of corporate tools, corporate actions also that they've had, and this is Cygnus you're talking about. Cygnus, Cygnus Real Estate Finance, where they had this move, probably the most interesting move I've seen so far to counter some dilution. Is it SRF that has it?
Sorry.
Yeah, man, they have one of the more interesting. Well, let me not get
Oh yeah,
too.
something there. So you're right. There's something
Yeah, they
interesting.
have a very
Was it
interesting
SR?
way to counter. Yeah, man, I think it's SRF but they have a very interesting way that they've put together to counter the dilution because they issued a lot of shares. They issued a lot of shares. I said it's SRF very confidently, and it may not be, but I believe it is. Yeah, man. Did they also do an APO? And the APO, what they call theirs. They
SCI
had,
the APO.
yeah, of course,
It's
SCI did APO. I think they did
more than
twice.
one.
Yeah, which
SRF.
is
So
part of why the share price will continue to suffer. But
the PIK shares are what in the SRF.
yeah, the payment in kind shares. So the payment Cygnus Real Estate Finance paying the larger Cygnus Group. One of the things in the part of Cygnus that we don't touch. And part of the payment was rendered in shares, which is, a dilutive event, or you call it than a APO, but the P being private. Yeah. So it's they had a dilutive event, but then they have this payment in kind thing that they put together with share warrants attached to the actual shares to stop or to not to stop the dilution, but to well, I guess you have to stop the dilution if certain conditions are met. I found it interesting. Of course, it flew. I wouldn't say flew under the radar. Yeah,
It did. Sorry, on the side of that, it seems like not much people care about it.
exactly. I'm sure most of the people hearing us talk about it know it's the first time even hearing about it, and I have no idea what we're talking about. But if you check on my money, you check on the Cygnus, you check on the actual document for it, you'll see it, and I'll try and maybe link that in the space in a moment. But it is one of the more interesting things. How did we get down to that tangent? The tangent was from
Interesting thing to the market.
yeah.
West Indies petroleum terminal being one of them, and many parts.
Exactly. And it being, I think, because I mean, to give them the credit, they haven't really started with that yet, but I expect very much, I expect that they will soon, is that they will use the West Indies Petroleum name, which is a bunch of different companies, different entities, but they'll just speak about it all the time, and then they'll speak about it even when speaking from the perspective of West Indies Petroleum Terminal Limited, which is a thing that's being listed, which I mean a constructed vehicle in my view, a vehicle constructed specifically for. I'll leave it to the company to say why it's constructed, but it sits in a very weird place, right? Like West Indies Petroleum Limited, the Jamaican company, owns a lubrication company, and it owns, I guess, maybe the actual fuel generation, well, not generation, but the actual fuel business, movement business, the bunkering business, all of that. And then below that, they have West Indies Petroleum Terminal Limited, which also then owns West Indies Petroleum South Terminal Limited, Jamaica. And I think West Indies Petroleum South Terminal Limited does like the storage and the facility and so on.
Storage, yeah. Storage facility.
For West Indies Petroleum Limited, the Jamaican company, which is above them. So this is like, that's why I say it's constructed. Something
keep us in.
exactly, something made to be in the middle of our day-to-day operational process.
We call it yeah, I know how people say it a certain way, it's not a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's isolating the risk. It's actually sharing the risk.
It is de-risking.
Okay, thank you. I'm saying it nicely, but yeah, I take the parts of the business. I put the risk in your pocket, so you hold the bag and no, you say I do like it. That sounds bad. It's I know, but I know what hold the bag sounds like, especially in a finance conversation.
Yeah, especially I get you.
So it's the thing they're offering us is, which is not offering us, they're listening by introduction, right? So well, the thing they're putting in a sense offering us, it's hey, this is for sale if you want some context. So. But yeah, the thing they're putting forward is you can own the risk, you hold the riskier side of the business, and in fact you're taking on off this more risky side of the business is lessen the risk for them, just in doing it.
Yeah, so it is it is de-risking. And the fact that the business itself, you have one subsidiary, and it's also where all it I don't say all, but the majority of money come from. It's subsidiary.
So this part can do bad that we have can do bad. badly, and the piece of the business that isn't listed can be doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the beauty of being
But
within
my
a
risk is not
group.
your risk.
Yeah, we've said before in the past many times that, you know, it's a powerful thing to be able to have a group and have something in the group that's a loss maker
Mm-hmm.
or can be a loss maker.
They say like that.
Yeah, can be a loss maker. Because I mean, in this case, this thing is not a loss maker, right?
Mhm.
It is profitable. But
There's a kind of thing where if over there not happy, the piece I don't own, if there's a whole structure just comes into some level of risk where maybe or end goal or end of the day we might not be looking good, I can make some shifts to make sure that okay, only the listed piece is or the listed piece gets more of that weight.
yeah, you can isolate all of the losses for the group into that listed piece.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can the effective losses, because I mean it does have a parent, and the parent would record the losses, but
Mm-hmm.
the parent can record the losses and still record revenue and operating profit
Profit.
from
Yeah.
billing the listed piece,
Yep.
and then still report the loss from the listed piece on its books.
Mm-hmm.
But cash wise, you're great, and you have de-risked the group. And of course, you list something like this by introduction. But we were talking to the girl group about a couple of weeks ago that like after the document came out, how it also kind of playing what the next step is. Of course, they're gonna do an APO next.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
For the risk it.
yeah, that's right. Further, yo, I wonder. I hesitate to say that is how I don't want any APOs to be done. But if you go into that APO like this, APOs are most destructive to the shareholders who are in before the APO happens,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So the like scariest thing in my life is that I own some shares and that company declare APO. Yeah,
In
that
this case, the guys that already own it are facing they're facing the same kind of that's interesting. But same kind of dilution that they would face in an IPO.
correct.
Yeah. So why go
However,
the IPO route? Why go the APO route and not the IPO route?
well, I think because an IPO requires a little bit more, you have to have certain conversations, you have to you have to answer certain questions. I mean, this thing is listing with financials that are almost a year old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised about that. I mean,
Same.
yeah, I was actually very surprised that there's
I
nothing
thought
speaking to
that's
2025. I actually thought that couldn't come through
me too.
FSC and
Okay.
I think, yeah.
So I'm there looking and saying this. All right. And I'm not done reading it at all. So, but when I saw that, I even thought maybe I missed it.
Yeah. that make two
So
of
I was like,
us.
I forgot back to it and see what I'm going. But and then they say this, I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy.
No. The most recent financials are granted they are audited, and also granted this is well within the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I think the rules speak to your most recent audited. So it's natural that your last year would be the most recent audit. But we also know that FSC sometimes squeezes
You try to give you
companies
more.
to ensure that you have more. And like this is 3 quarters in, because they're a calendar year company. So this thing came out in November. They could have put out, in addition, the unaudited Q3.
You know that this particular conversation, not even anything serious. It was in a lot of ways. This is the part of the conversation what you would understand, other people wouldn't. When I asked, why not IPO versus thing?
Versus
People,
the intro.
I just had a thought of how much people think the IPO process is a stock exchange process. When read or something that companies do, you get me? That's why if the FSC is involved, the level it is, and can say, "Yo, give it XYZ more."
True.
This is going around a certain level. Like, this is truly like going to introduction. It is truly going around a certain level of scrutiny and disclosure that an IPO generally would go on. Like, it just requires less.
Correct. It don't require prospectus at all.
It does not.
Yeah. In fact, there is no
Because
prospectus.
what an IPO is, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. And I like the fact that it has happened because it means that it can happen for other companies. And not that
just one path.
exactly. And not just
And
list.
we've spoken about this for so long. And companies can do this other thing.
They have a bunch more ways that they can do it too.
To me, it's a meme for us. For how long we've said, or they can do this other thing, or they can do this other thing. When you really think about it, not much have done that other thing when they really can.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I was thinking of how obscure it is for a lot of people that this is happening. I'm hearing West Indies Petroleum IPO is out.
Yep.
Oh, that I didn't think about that until just now. How much this is the barrier of knowledge / ignorance. Like, how much I'm taking for granted here, or people that are more in the know do take for granted.
Yeah, you're right. And it for me along that same line, it's proving how it's proving that thing that I always say. Well, I don't know if I've said it here, I've said it privately that you almost any company can and should, in my view, list. All you really need outside of the requirements, the audited financials, good financials, is a broker. If a broker is willing to, there's so much that can be done if the broker is willing to sell. So, yes, which should tell us a lot more about the lack of anything.
Yeah.
Because if almost anything within the rules can be done, as long as you have a willing broker, but so much has not been done, then you know where the gap is. No willing brokers. Because look at this, you have a willing broker. Again, the biggest surprise in this thing to me is the old financials.
Yep, that's another tangent. We call it. It's an all the willing brokers. Like toilet, the brokers are the excuse of not there. But if you really think about it, right, it's there's a lot more.
It's a whole lot more. And going off that earlier point, that to me, I don't mind the APO because the people who are burned the most in an APO are the prior shareholders. And as you said, the majority shareholders here is a company and the employees of the company.
Yeah, so it's the top shareholder and the employee share pool.
Correct. Yeah. So the control burn, if you will.
Yeah. It's not a burn I could take because I was not holding the shares before this problem. So
which then raises the question, the implied question of, so when they do the APO, which will for the vast majority of us be more like an IPO, will that be attractive?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Will that be attractive? And I suspect that it is in an effort to make it attractive why we haven't actually gotten any numbers since 2024. If you have that attractive arrow to shoot, you can't shoot it twice.
They should update. Nobody's gonna sell nothing.
I think that's the exact line that they're going down. I think that's exactly what
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not true. Epley did sell some. What is Epley?
I know, man. I know. I mean, remember my view of Epley was different from yours. I came in and said, Epley, this stock is shooting up and higher and whatever, but it was not true.
Oh yeah, no man. When you said Epley, I went immediately down the Epley group. So, Eric Bryden.
Oh no! I mean a very specific thing of it is what it is, and we're not trading. You're gonna try by it, and
yeah,
it can be very much. Okay, we need to have some shares traded this year.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're doing that. I think they very much want, if not need, I think they very much want, if not need, the money. So that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to go through this one though.
Yeah, I'm just interested in seeing how they'll do it. So I figure they'll, list, because the listing is soon. They're right in Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, it should be Monday or Tuesday, unless they choose. As far I'm expecting it Monday or Tuesday.
I'm saying Monday, but about another thing Monday, so we jump into it.
Wait, before we jump into.
No, I don't know if it's exactly Monday because I have something else in my mind for a Monday.
For Monday, okay, yeah, but I expect it to be Monday.
All right, cool.
I expect it to be Monday. I could be wrong, but I expect it to be Monday. I believe it. As far as I know, it should be Monday. Yeah, it should be Monday. But hey, we'll see. I saw that a speaker just now, or somebody had sent a speaking request just now. As always, guys, we invite you to send a speaking request. If you have anything you want to talk about, send a speaking request. We will get into it. I'll give our views on it or thoughts or whatever. So yeah, that's that. I don't even know how we ended up down that tangent. Then
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
What's
Good
interesting
evening,
in
all
thing?
okay, yeah,
Good
this
evening,
guy
boss.
Neo
What's on?
444 is here. Evening, Neo. How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go and listen to the conversation. And just I watch what go on overall the local markets and globally the development them will take place, cause out of everything we are evolve, it just come like the financial sector just me don't know. But see
Just
some
off.
movement that take place still in terms of tokenization. So that kinda interesting lately.
Oh, crypto. All right. Well, before you go to the crypto, the local finance sector is hot.
Eh?
You said the local finance sector is hot.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, I realize that the JSE been a work on tokenization from like 2018 and I never know about it till like recently. So I'm curious
Well,
to see what them are gonna do regarding that.
I would take to not hold your breath there.
Me either. Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
So Brett have been held for a very long time. So you might not want to join that line.
I think that me knows them are far now still.
Well, it depend. I think. Well, tell us your view on it now, because I don't
Well,
know if we all have the same view.
currently things when me see happen like right now, if Fox say you have tokenized stocks and where you can just send people stocks now on Telegram. Like me literally can buy some Tesla and send it through Telegram right now. And you can
Okay.
redeem for the actual stock. So if Fox say them thing they start happen, I guess it's only a matter of time.
Well, it's always been just a matter of time, but
Yeah, I think it's been a matter of time. It's always going to be a matter of time until it happens.
Yeah, but hopefully we see some interesting things going still locally.
Yeah, I'd love to say I'd love to be able to send around the stocks over Telegram.
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
we can
What
have
is it?
that now. Actually, that's he said
Yeah,
he'd love to be able to send me.
I love to be able to, but I'm not seeing where a true hindrance to it. They get me like it can be implemented pretty easy in my opinion, or maybe not easy. I don't know. I don't know if I have an opinion on the ease of it, but I believe it's not this crazy barrier in front of it.
No, son, they might make it easier to innovate because the money need to start move faster. Cause me I realize like
You
just
know?
even investing and everything, it just kind of too slow for the speed where world move right now. Like
I don't know
something
about
need
that
to
one.
happen.
I don't
But
know
have
about
you?
that one.
Have you actually checked?
Why say it's slow?
Yeah.
What was it slow? Where I say slow? What do you mean
Like
by slow?
but when me just think about overall, like the time then we have to wait in a line when you go bank, when if you send one transaction, you have to wait days, you have to
Yeah,
wait in
man,
a
I
line
agree
at
there. I
ATM.
agree completely. What do you mean by it's investing though?
Yeah, but even
Eh?
all of those aren't really
Yeah,
slow compared to
also them
what?
are circumventable too with the online processes that we have today.
Yeah, I don't think the
It's
banks
been a while
want you
since I
there.
studied in a bank. I have not studied in a bank for the longest while. It's more there actually.
I'm not talking or something to my phone because I'm not hearing no clear.
No,
I,
I don't know.
it might
The
be a
background of its
phone.
noise, so it
Yeah.
might be some interference.
Yeah. But
So
yeah, just
hold on. Think. I want you to think about it where you are now, though. Like the banking. As far as I know, the banks don't really want you to be in the bank line either.
They're begging me to come out of that.
Yeah, they don't want you to go to the bank, so you don't have to go have that slow process. And as far as I know, all over the world, that's a slow process. Going to the bank is not a quick thing for
Yeah.
anybody.
Mhm.
Money transfer is also pretty fast. Maybe that's I don't know.
Take
To
as
me,
much
I
time
think
as you want it to be.
yeah, but it is
Me
still
need
pretty
it for
fast.
your work instant.
Me
Do
too.
you need it to be working instantly? Though? Why?
Yeah.
It just
No,
makes sense if faster every little time where you spend and wait, it a interrupt like you flow away capital couldn't just you couldn't go somewhere go angle some business, do something, all them little time they add up.
That's true, but how long how long it take to transfer money? No.
Probably like about 2 hours, but it's still slow. Once in instantaneously, it's slow to me.
now within same bank, I find it to be pretty fast. Like fast. Like I'll send from one account that's not linked to the other account, and I'll close this browser. I'll close it. I'll log out, log back in to the next account, and the money will be there
Or like when you're sending yourself one transaction.
Or if you're sending
within the
somebody
same
else
bank.
at this within the
Or
same
somebody
bank,
the
I
same
can
bank.
say.
I can send my mother money, and I walk out of the room and go downstairs, and I ask her if she get the money, and she get it.
Interesting. I see this ISO 2022 thing or whatever. I wonder how that got impact we locally. Because me not really see no article about it, me not see no news about it.
Where did you see
So
it?
me try me there check my NCB account and me see come up like on the app.
That they're doing something about the ISO 2000.
Yeah.
So there is something there then, right? You did see something.
Yeah, me see something now going, but me not really see it on the news or nothing. For
Yeah,
something where
the news is a product, you know, worry about the news. That means
no,
you're
but
ahead
me I
of the
say for
news.
something kind of affect people locally, because me and if you notice on Twitter, everybody I say then transaction them it now work and a bag of things. So me I say, how can they be doing something like this and then even say something to the people them or something?
But they did, because you say you saw a notice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me not see it on the news.
Well on, but the news not you're not bank
The
with it.
news get
Well,
from the
you're not
same place
bank with
as
the
you.
news.
But for something
Exactly.
where affect everybody locally, boy, I would expect them would at least say something.
But who said that they had this? But they have said who's the they? The they is the bank, right?
Yeah, but me not see nothing on the news. Me not
Yeah,
hear
but
nothing yet.
forget the news. You said the day is
The
the
Mm-hmm.
bank
news
that
have
it
to tell you.
affect. And you
The
say
bank must tell you
and you
the
say your
news.
bank tell you about it.
Me see I want notification, yes, but he never really explained to me what take place. He just tell me say, yo, some upgrade thing happen, but me not really understand the implications of it, like from the message.
I
Me,
get
me
you.
understand a little bit about it because me read up about it afterwards and see the system what them are planning to change over.
What was it? Tell me, because I haven't read anything on it. So
Me neither.
tell me why, please.
Basically, what them are say is that the ISO 2022 system is like them are change over, like them are standardize like one messaging layer or something like that across all our bank them,
Uh-huh.
and it's supposed to improve efficiency, all kind of things. So, want to see it work out?
All right. So well, that's exactly what you're asking for. You them say them doing it, right?
Eh?
Yes, that's exactly what you're asking for earlier. And you're telling me that the bank is doing it.
Yeah, but me not see them a explain like publicly to the people them what really take place. So that me I talk about.
It might
But
not be something that need necessarily like there's an explanation that you required because what you just said it is not necessarily something that the public needs to hear.
but the thing is, you're telling me that you heard about it from your
I
bank.
heard about it, and you say you hear about it too. So they did tell you.
Well, they not really tell me like what it is or what it how it go affect we more than me see people are try send transaction and I go through. You
No,
can't tell
well,
me say
no,
just that
no,
on the
That
timeline.
might not be the same thing.
no, man, hear me out. I have
Yeah,
seen it, but there's a funny
yeah,
thing that we do. I don't know if nobody else see, but I know Jamaican people do it. You tell me, you go on and you tell me, say, boy, generally you just want the finance system work better and faster.
yeah.
Agreed, me too. Then you tell me, say, you get a notice, so you also talk about the name of the thing. And you say you get it from your bank, which is who you do business with, so that's who should tell you. And then you said, but them not tell me nothing.
No,
But you say
what
that
me I
it
say
on the
is that
news, but if
the notification of me get and what me see,
yeah,
it just a tell me say there is some upgrade taking place.
all
But me
right.
never really get forget. You know, like how you that one click one article and actually see what the upgrade is from the bank perspective. Like the bank can tell you say, all right then, your transaction speed are going to improve, or this a go happen, or that a go happen.
Uh-huh.
So me I say, me wish them they do something like that, so we could have actually understand the tangible benefits them what we go receive from this thing.
So that might
I
be
kind of want inconvenience in a way right now when you look on it.
so,
Kind of affect enough people when they come on to send money to them to the who they want to send it to in a Christmas.
yeah.
So
So that might be on your bank. But you tell me that your bank even told you about it. So I don't know what the notice is that your bank said exactly. So I can't even speak to that. But what I do know is that I have seen a BOJ notice, which I don't know if that's them you're talking about, but that's them to me. That's the Bank of Jamaica. And they had a notice out about it, and the notice speaks to it. And I would be surprised if there's nothing else on the BOJ side talking about it. But so I said that to say I think that they have publicly spoken about it. It's just people are paying attention to it until it's in front of them.
Well, more people really see this thing step up the game because there's so much innovation that needs to take place at Jamaica right now. Because when you even look locally, like me, I observe from which part me there, like me, not really see none of them company are really nothing disruptive or nothing special. Because more I
Like
know
what?
from phone perspective, because you probably follow a stock thing more closely locally. Like which
Quite
company you feel like I do something disruptive or something interesting locally?
no. But what you call disruptive? What you call interesting?
That's a real meter. You know what you call disruptive?
Why?
And
What would I call
what is interesting
disruptive?
to you?
Me I talk like something where one company a build a Jamaica where it can be globally, it can be like a powerhouse company globally. Like say for instance, would I say SpaceX a one disruptive company? So me not really see nobody at Jamaica really. I try nothing so audacious or
I mean, it'd be very hard for us to go to space.
no, me not say go space no, but me I talk like try something outside box or something
Like
where me can say yo.
But I didn't mean that literally.
Yeah.
It's one of the problems you're going to have in a very small country, not just North America. To be honest, like, what's the thing you want Jamaicans to get up and take on as a global problem that can actually, they can actually move the needle on from where they are right now, and just as Jamaica get up and do it.
A whole heap of things the other way they can do, but me want to know locally what you observe, like where you see like the company them where do disruptive things or where do something interesting, because me not really so tapped into the local market, so that they are question me what I want to ask, like why company them where see right now where kind of they do interesting things.
Loads of
This is a very
companies.
subjective thing. This
Yeah,
is
man.
a very subjective thing. If you want me to give you something comparable to SpaceX, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can.
Not really comparable to SpaceX, but something where.
No, hold on. No, let's hear what I'm saying. Something that what? Something that what? Something that what?
Like something interesting where have a potential for like be a major like a company where can become a very very big company.
We have
like
very
what service them up do or something. More know like what you see or know watch or what.
Yeah, but tell me like what you mean. Lot of companies are doing great things, but I don't know what you would. I'd say to give me an example, but you gave me SpaceX. I mean, there's only.
I say the scale you're talking is something very hard to just come out of Jamaica.
Yeah, but all right. So from a phone perspective, like why company them who know what I say? I do something disruptive in a Jamaica, like just from a phone perspective. Come on, just see like
Disruptive how?
you know I look funny.
Disrupt. All right, or just find an answer.
I mean, I have loads of answers. I don't know.
Yeah, and
just share some with me. Share some with me what you have.
So give me one example. And
yeah.
I mean, I'd be biased. My money JA is kind of disruptive.
How then disruptive?
That's disruptive. That's actually yes.
Yeah, well, how they're disruptive. But what do you know about the local market?
Well, me not gonna say me really sharp on the local market, like.
That's fine.
But more I know like what.
No, but tell me that I asked that question deliberately. So you don't have to be sharp on it. What at all do you know about the local stock market? Anything at all?
Me know say one time me used to come over here over BrickTalk and me see over here full up and then me don't know what I'm from there.
You don't have as many people. Yeah, well, I mean, I stopped it for a long time.
Yeah, remember
Happened in a
one time
while.
over here, so, and the stock market they go crazy. Got
The
from
stock
them time, I
market's still
follow the
going pretty crazy.
BrickTalk
Mhm.
page.
Yeah, but
So,
the stock market's still going pretty crazy. But and you can't use BrickTalk to judge the stock market. Well, I wouldn't use BrickTalk to judge the stock market. BrickTalk is something is a chat we choose to do on a Friday night. The stock market is determined by the stocks on the market.
but more here, like what you say now,
Yeah, man,
like
I'm
I know.
carrying you through the answer, you know. I carrying you through the answer, but I want you to think it
Yeah.
through. I want you to think it through. Here's what I want you to think it through. Here, and this is my personal opinion. We tend to look outside of Jamaica and think of anything outside of Jamaica as being amazing and great, and then we don't play whatever is in Jamaica, and then we consider that something in Jamaica is only good if it can impact outside of Jamaica. But you want to hear something funny? SpaceX wasn't made because Elon Musk say, boy, I want something bigger than America. No,
Mhm.
there's a specific need or opportunity that he's seen, and he sees the opportunity to exploit that need or opportunity within the space where it can be exploited. No,
Exactly that. Yep.
doing a space going company, you only have a few places in the world that can do it. Not just places in the world in terms of location, but the economy, the availability of industry to do it. So you probably can only do a space company in America,
Mhm.
maybe India, China, Russia. It's
Yeah.
kind of your
Yep.
four options,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm not so sure about India. So really, China, because they make everything. Russia, because they've been in space, they're the first to go to space, and America because it is the biggest, best economy in the world, and they're they also have a long history of space, right? And the idea behind space is not space itself; it's a need or industry that can be done, right? So SpaceX is great because SpaceX allows. I mean, I think maybe the key thing behind SpaceX is that the reusable rockets. It's not a one and
Mm-hmm.
done every time. Is that it's reusable. And for it to become reusable, you must have a reason to reuse it. So you see where they have been doing reason. Like people pay attention to SpaceX, you pay attention to the rocket. Not many people pay attention to what the rockets carry. SpaceX
Mhm.
does multiple launches all the time. You know why? Because they're dropping satellites out there. The satellites are the important thing
Mhm.
because of those multiple SpaceX launches is why you have what's the satellite internet company?
Starlink.
Starlink. So Starlink's existence is a byproduct of SpaceX, or put another way, the need for Starlink or the opportunity of Starlink is why SpaceX was made. You get me?
Yeah, man, me I hear you.
So business is found in finding an inefficiency or a need or an opportunity and exploiting it. Musk sees the opportunity for a population that has smartphones and all these devices, but they need the internet. He sees the opportunity to connect that internet constantly everywhere in the world. And to do that, I need to be able to beam it to them from space, which is available everywhere in the world. And to be able to do it from space, I need to be able to go to space. Ergo, SpaceX. So you see SpaceX and you go, oh, we need something innovative like that. But is there a need in Jamaica for internet to be beamed from space? If there is a real strong need, then that industry would be able to be built from Jamaica. But does Jamaica have the economy that can support
Mhm.
a that's a tip of the iceberg kind of company? Like you need an entire other set of things to be happening for somebody to be able to say, hey, let me burn billions for a few years
Yeah.
to make something that can allow multi-billion-dollar things to then be built off that thing, like Starlink, and then suddenly this thing has its use. Why would that come out of Jamaica when there is no need for it in Jamaica per se? We have other needs. So within the other needs, I think is where you get the
That's where
actual
innovation disruption come.
exactly. I know if you talk about from the perspective of innovation, I wouldn't say disruption, but from innovation, innovation has to be here is a way that I am solving your problem or giving you this opportunity in a system that you're familiar with or frustrated with. but need a new thing, right? So think about it. Before you got to this, you're saying, "Oh boy, the local financial system needs to be
Yeah,
up in
exactly
it."
that.
Yeah, within that system is the stock market, and within the stock market, I mean, we have what 14, 15, 16 brokers. I forget all the time. So let's say we have 15 brokers, right?
Yeah, me I hear you.
And we have 2.8 million people, but we don't have not even half of the population is onto the stock market. Somebody, I'm assuming you're young, somebody young like you who
Yeah, man, me
interested in
young.
this stuff. You're telling me about other financial things. You're talking about sending stocks in SpaceX via Telegram on a tokenized chain. So you care about this stuff, but you skip past your local market. Why?
Me feel like it's a case to where the
No.
information.
Actually, answer that. Why?
Yeah, me I say me feel like it's a thing where it's like the information. Me don't know, cause me dep on social media. Me try really think them, but it's like nothing that really stand out to me about how I go on locally. Or
Well,
maybe
you
if I
can't
just
stand out
be,
until you care.
you see, me don't know. Me
Or if you
I me not
decide,
really
if you
find it
decide,
interesting.
that's the problem. If you decide up front that there's nothing there, then it don't really matter what's there because you already decided there's nothing there. Just like how you decide with the bank notice, say, "Oh, them they not tell me nothing," even though you tell me say they did tell you something about it, and you are paying
Yeah,
attention more than most because you mentioned ISO 222. Most people don't know. Most people don't even know that. So I know that you are ahead of most people already in your knowledge there, right?
yeah. Me I pay attention to it. What me just
You just
like.
feel like you need something fancy for see before you can say it's happening. So, but I mentioned My Money JA.
Yeah,
My Money JA is something that is solving and has been solving for the last few years a need that the actual Jamaicans have. You can very easily tell how the entire stock market is doing. You can track how your specific money in the stock market is going. You can pay attention. You can get notices ahead of these things. You have no idea how many people I've spoken to about it who tell me how much I love Robinhood. I said, but we
is
need
that
something
app
like that
or website?
in Jamaica. It's both.
All right, then that's one like something I would download then.
Well, check it out, mymoneyja.com. Or
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
gonna check
go
that out.
mmja.ai if you want an early sign up. That's an early tidbit. But the idea I want you to understand here is that innovation is a function of need and opportunity, and it is not realistic to expect innovation towards something that is not needed or there is no opportunity for in a place where it don't exist, right? So you're not going to come up with a really good set of snow tires in Jamaica. We don't have snow. It's not something that we deal with all the time. We've never really had to care about that. Nobody's thinking that. So you're not going to have an innovative company doing that. But we do have people complaining about the finances all the time. We do have people saying, boy, the people in the call and tell me someone get the dividend. There's a company that can innovate and help you with that. Do you know that out of the 14, 15, 16 brokers, however many we have, I think you can get a full view of your portfolio from three. I think
Mm,
three out of the 14.
Hmm.
But with My Money JA, you can get a full view of your portfolio, a proper full view, immediately updated view, up to date, down to the second view of your portfolio and of the entire market and the history of the market right away, right now. Is that innovation? I think so, but I'm biased. I mean, obviously I'm
all right,
biased because,
you see something like this now.
uh-huh,
Like, would I love to see an advertisement about this somewhere? Cause if you never tell me about this, I probably wouldn't hear about it. And like, me dey on the internet every day,
uh-huh,
and me not see no advertisement about this nowhere at all. And this sound like something interesting, cause if me can get one place where me can source all the news where I go on locally, cause I
uh-huh,
guess that's why I not really pay attention to it. Cause me not watch TV or CVM or them thing there.
most
So me
people
not
don't.
really me
Yeah.
not really see what go on in the local market. So probably that's why it's interesting to me.
Well, well, if you're not looking, you wouldn't see that. I agree, but you can't know something until you know, you know. And yes, there could be ads on the internet for it, but if we run ads on the internet for it, and you know about it, then what? Because we have to pay for the ads, and the ads definitely not free, as you know.
So the app or the website is a subscription based thing or
It
free?
it it has a free element, but it is a subscription based thing.
Oh, they
You'd
can
rather it
charge
be
it.
free, right?
No, me not no problem if you paid. If you paid, nothing wrong with that.
I love
But
that.
me I say if you paid still and them a can put out some ads and them thing there. Nothing
It
wrong with
would
that.
be great, of course, but you have to pay for the ads. But think about it. You just heard about it now. Everybody listening has heard about it now. You can check it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else can check it out to hear about it. And anybody you tell can check it out, right? And then suddenly, hopefully, you'll start paying attention to the local market. They make it very easy to pay attention to the local market.
I want to see what I go on, man, cause the last thing I'm buy locally, I did the Wigton IPO.
You sell it?
Yeah. Me did sell one little bit type, but me supposed to have some but me did buy some for. I think me did buy some for my cousin and my mother, so I think them probably still have for them.
Oh, word. So they make a whole heap of money since then, right?
Me have to go check on it, cause me didn't even look.
You can check on mymoneyja.com.
Indeed.
Yeah. In fact, you'd
Check
be
out go on,
surprised to
man.
know. You'll be surprised to know that since you bought it, it's gone. How much you think it's gone up since you buy it? That was what, 5 years ago? About 5 years ago. 2020 is when you bought. 2019 is when you bought it. So
Yeah, one good
five
look a
going
while
six
ago.
years ago.
Me didn't even look on it.
How much you
Me
think? I
didn't
mean,
look
I know
on
it's
it.
just the Jamaican market. But how much you think how much you think? Right now you haven't looked at it, so you're actually guessing. I like that. How much it?
Me never buy enough. Me did buy like
It no
about
matter. I could have won you buy.
$10,000 worth.
If you, all right, you say you put $1,000 in it. How much you think the
No,
$1,000
10,000.
is now? 10,000. How much you think the 10,000 is now?
Probably 100,000 or
Wow.
170,000 or something like that. Me don't know.
Wow. I just like you, I would love if that did happen too. But you know what that means if you put it, that means if you put a million in it, it would be 100 million now. What you say? You said 10, and you're hoping it's 100. So if you put a million in there, you're thinking it would have been 10 million now, right?
Yeah, but me not really know numbers. Me just a
No,
estimate.
man, I
Me
get you.
just a
That's what
put
I'm
up.
saying. What I
Yeah.
want to get from you here is from the position where you are, where you say you don't know, which I understand. Most people don't
Mm-hmm.
know most things. So from that position, I want to know what you think of as good. Because that was what your expectations are. You get me? Because
Yes.
would you think you'd have been better off if you put the money in the US market, in something on the US market?
Probably.
How much you think if you put the 10 grand on the US market, how much you think in something on the US market, then how much would it be, in your mind? Still not knowing it, but just guessing. How much you think it'd be now?
If you just I guess random number. Me not think that really.
No, man,
Me
you
I say
can't. You know what
percentage
the random
wise.
number tells me? It tells me what your expectations are.
Percentage wise, like if something go up 110, 120%, 130%,
In the
like
time in the last, well, granted it's still 4 years, but companies
yeah,
move slowly. So in the last 4 years, if it has gone up 30%, that's good.
4, no 6. 2019
Six,
with kind.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, six.
Time flies, man.
yeah, so
Time
them
flies.
number they to me for stocks, like I think them number they alright are probably even too aggressive.
Okay, well, so no, then I corrected it. Don't say it's not 4, it's 6 years. So if it's 6 years, you'd have been, you'd still be happy with, well, 40% growth.
Yeah, cause I mean better you put your money somewhere where it a grow than you put in a bank.
I
Inflation I
agree
take
with
you
you.
away, the fees them I take you away.
I
So
agree with you 100% on that.
yeah.
100%. So Wicton, since you put it in, has grown
More than 100%.
100 and, well, 200.
What? It's 150 again?
No, it's not 150.
No,
It's a 121 now, but you could have bought that
it's a,
50, right?
yeah, it says 100 and something.
Profit, but in terms of the growth,
Yeah, it's growth.
yeah. you, then I, the
So me
massive,
have to go check them account again.
no man, then is 100% correct. But I'm talking to you in the way that I know you're talking, and the way that
Yeah.
the headlines will talk to you. So the headline would, if the headline was written today, it would say accurately that since you put the money in Wigton, it has grown 242%.
It's
Me have
grown
to
100 and it's grown 142%.
It's grown
It, it,
142.
it, it is 200 it is
Yeah,
242% of what you put in there.
true, correct. Correct. Apologies. So that's correct. I just want to say the 242 because that sound nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 242% of your initial investment. That's why you have waiting on in the account.
As of today, as of right this moment.
That's so nice.
Yes, you said the local market actually have some nice things in it, right?
Yeah, that decent for real.
More
But
than
I think
decent.
I think that I like that are something where happen constantly.
It is.
Or at least I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, that's a good amount of stocks.
It
That's
is.
6 years ago they were thing there, and you have some. You have some more. You have some nice, but I would say a good amount of stocks are 122% on top of what they were a couple years ago.
Yep.
142.
Yep.
Feel like me I go start pay attention more locally than cause probably I just me being ignored.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
I think that's
Yeah.
what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And you're not alone. Most people do that. That's why I say I want you to. That's why I want to know what you are thinking of as good, because that determines what you really are kind of expecting. And then when you compare your expectation to what is actually happening now, then you know if you must feel good or not. But think about that. 104. You pick something up. Cause you tell me say you say you buy it for your auntie and your mother and your cousin. That means that you've also helped them with something that in this time has gone up
Mm-hmm.
242, or being accurate, it's 142% profit. So if you did borrow $1 million and put in there, you today you'd be able to pay back the million, and you'd still have an extra million left, plus another 420 grand on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've
I
been
feel like
ignoring that because
mm-hmm.
SpaceX night. We have to remember that Americans, one of the things that Americans are best at is marketing. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna tell you how good it is, whether or not it is good,
That
right?
me just say that. So I feel like say,
Yeah.
like locally, probably cause I follow Khalil Reynolds and like local journalists them, but me no feel like say we have like one real source of information where like somebody on social media or something where we are still like I feel like say you know so that give me an idea a while ago.
Well, you do something strange because you keep mentioning the thing that you say you want and then you say it not in it. Because Kalila does that every
right?
week.
Because
Yeah, but like level where me I expect me would expect say all right. That level where them fear do it pan, me no feel like it I do pan that level there.
so
So
what
like
more
me
do you
know
want
say
to
me
see?
know say Kalila report,
Uh-huh.
but in our reach, like people where they around me and like my friend them where we are use social media, like them now come to me and say, yo, you see that post here, she just make a real. So it's like
But that-
in our reach, if you get what me I try to say.
I
Is
do
that
get
not
what you're
saying
saying,
that
and I
Khalil, is that Khalil's fault or your friend does not pay attention to what Khalil talk about?
Me not say a fear for her, of
No,
course she do an amazing job, but me just feel like you know if I
what,
just
what, what,
algorithm
more,
or something.
what more do you want to see exactly then? So you're not saying that she's not saying the right things for you. You're saying that the reach is not what you want it to be.
Me feel like the way how she create the content, yes, she share information well, but in a modern day and age, like me no feel like it a bridge the gap feel, especially like people at my age. Cause every people
So
at
what
my
more do you
age,
want to see from them? I
we are
guess.
look on them thing there. Them it need to be the content probably need to be a little bit more relatable so people can understand.
I agree with you there.
Oh, yeah, I see. It's. I think that's too. From what I think, Khalil is news, right?
Kind of, yeah. It's the business news.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I see it.
That's what I see. So it's not necessarily the kind of place where you go and the thing I know people want to hear is where the profit day.
Yeah, and what you're
And
saying,
that's
Neil.
not what Khalil is doing.
Yeah, what you're saying, Neil, is you're not wrong, because you can't be wrong. You're right. We're in your circle, your people, is assuming young people. It's
Okay,
not. There's no real voice there. So there's, what you've just identified. You've
That's why I tell
identified.
you, I just get the idea a while ago.
There we go. So we just find a Jamaican who is now about to be very innovative again, right?
disruptive.
I feel like say on like me can probably create a platform, a social media platform and start with this cause Me feel like what young
maybe
people
not a
them
whole
young people them
social
use
media platform, but maybe just
Uh,
a
yeah,
platform.
me mean like a page or something like that. But me I see you see young people them in Jamaica, like
Yeah,
enough of them are trade and they're interested now I go on their markets, but me not feel like say some man even a think about stocks. Every man does a think about Forex and
and
them things.
crypto.
because the presentation.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah.
crypto. Most man in Jamaica don't have a clue about crypto.
You might be surprised. What I find is that most of the people
The
in
most
Jamaica who know about crypto think that most of the people in Jamaica aren't thinking
don't
about
know about
crypto.
crypto. Uh-huh. Yeah.
When we say know about
I,
crypto, me not talk like you know how if you buy some Bitcoin or you sell some Bitcoin. Me I talk like when you actually understand how it work, how to use it, the
Hmm.
all like different things and what you can do. Like for instance,
You
if
might be
more I want
surprised.
loan, if more I want loan right now, me know say me can just take 5 minutes to get one loan. Me just open my computer, me can get one loan. Me can just do so much different things like so much services and things that me have access to. Me not feel like most people are do it that way.
yeah,
Cause
sure, I agree.
yeah.
Because you feel like most people aren't doing it that way. Don't mean that they're not, but I'm telling you that in my experience, most of the people
Most
who are doing it that way are also saying exactly what you're saying, that most people aren't. And that Jamaican are
Because
ready for this yet and nobody now do it. But they're all doing it. So here we are. You've
me,
identified an opportunity. So if you start the first step, I don't know if I can help you with the idea, your crypto idea, but you might be surprised. But if you start, like I said, a page or account around the local market, DM me, I'll help you out. My money GA can definitely help you out. You will be the most up to date. If you're serious about it, you can DM me.
yeah man, me I go really look into it for real.
No,
Cause
you
you
look into
see,
it more you actually do it. If you do it, you get help.
yeah, for sure. But you see, when it come on to like which part how fast things are change over.
Mm-hmm.
Like me think say there's a real opportunity, especially in education.
Mm-hmm.
Like just especially with our crypto and them thing because me me really like then I like me now say me I know professional at crypto. But me been a do it for a while like power level where me not really encounter nobody at Jamaica. I probably like about 2 or 3 person when me know.
All of them say that. I
mm-hmm.
know more than 2 or 3 people
I
who
mean, no
say the
more than
same
two or three
thing.
of them.
Well,
So it,
yeah.
it seems like everybody know each other.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe them know each other, but them don't know them know each other. Everybody use the username, nobody now use them real name. Another thing that about Jamaican tech. Every
Yeah.
man wants to stay behind the screen.
See, yeah,
They don't know me, right? But
But,
everybody
re-
know Elon
but
Musk
you have a
name, right?
real problem if you dox yourself. When you come and take crypto thing, if you dox yourself still publicly, and people go find out all your wallet or people go something like it dangerous.
Imagine that. So then that innovative then.
It
yeah,
dangerous.
Use a bank.
To be public
better
more.
go. Yeah, just tell me, say better go bank just now.
No, but you have ways where you can deal with it privately. But me not think you worth it for like put yourself out there and
Yeah.
attach your name like
That's
to
part of why you're not seeing the innovation that you're asking about. Because all of
Uh-huh.
the people who are
Uh-huh.
supposed to be innovative too busy being private. Every man want to hide them. Everybody's looking for the innovation. Nobody wants to be innovative.
Mm-hmm.
But as I tell you, if you are serious and you want to start a platform, you already know the circles you're in. You know everybody use.
yeah.
You know everybody already looking. So start the page and link me.
Yeah, man. But me as I talk about that, say me actually know some Jamaican youth publicly. What the company name? One hard crypto or something like that. What them name like actually some Jamaican youth on TikTok. We
Mm-hmm.
actually publicly a trial and them launch one token actually up on decent amount and them actually a build something. So I
What them
think
building?
them a build like one entire ecosystem run it talking them a build so like them a go build some gaming thing, some educational platform thing and I think them actually a do like in-person workshop, crypto workshop or something like that.
In-person crypto workshops.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
You see them come offline. Have a started seat.
Well, I hope it
so
works out for them. I mean, crypto.
Yes, sir. That's from far away.
That's come far away. It's come exactly where you expect. Crypto will not be interesting until it's boring, right?
Yeah.
That's the dream of it becoming that is one of its biggest. How would I say that? It's one of the biggest things working in its favor.
We think about crypto. I think now bridge the gap for most people are like people not think from the perspective say you can actually become a bank.
No, I think people are thinking from that perspective.
Yeah,
But
I think in terms of interest, people. I don't see a lot of people scrambling to be banks. So
And
yeah,
and the onboarding process, like most people, it's so look even though it improved significantly, the onboarding process probably
it's
look
still horrendous compared to anything else you want to do.
it probably look complicated to people from the outside. Cause it get far easier now. Cause now you can literally interface with the wallet with AI completely right now.
yeah, but you just tell me say people
Slide
know
out.
if people know say you are you, then it might mash up your money. I'm not put money in
Yeah.
something like that, or somebody I know say me and me because I am me.
No man, you have way off to do it.
I don't want no way out to do it. I just want a
you have
normal way.
privacy. You have some privacy tool and thing where you can use. So you're not really worried about the privacy part, but I just like personally, me like low key. Me like low key. Like
Yeah, every single
Realize
every
every
yeah,
single one of them.
every single one of them. Every single one of them don't want a name call. No, them want behind the scenes. Them want, right? Yeah, cool, great. But that's that's not business. That's not.
We're talking to a techie named Neo
yeah, but it just
about being low key.
me no know
My brother.
if like you think about that like when you have like when people kind of know say yeah deal with money or certain thing, you feel
Mhm.
like people treat you one different kind of way.
100%. We've spoken about that before.
And me
Just
always
the perception of having money.
yeah me just feel like say that would have make people just treat me one different way or me no know.
Or
How you would treat people that have money?
Me
so
treat them normal. It's not
I
really
realize
no
we might not be
difference to
thinking of
me.
the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think we are, but
Yeah.
that's more importantly is how you treat people. Because here's the thing, you wouldn't want to do all of this work. Let's say you did a whole platform idea, right? You actually try to get local financial information out to regular Jamaicans in the way that you're talking about, and you start make some money from it. My Money JA sponsor you, right? The money actually coming in. Do you not want to make money off the thing?
Yeah, me woulda want make money, but you have to understand that all of we grew up in a one different kind of way. Like me, you know, there's actually some people like it fame, some people like being public, some people like just normal and low key, and
Yeah,
just me do work behind the scenes. Me
yeah,
have no
man.
problem, me work hard, but me not really like it.
Yeah,
That
that's how I
same
said.
kind
No,
of
I'm
thing.
used to that.
Yeah.
Every single tech person in Jamaica I know who actually does any tech at all, seeing exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
And them also not really, them not need to be wealthy. Them also just want comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. There's nothing at all wrong with that. But I just want you to think about what you're actually saying and realize what it actually means. Because if you do this, so if you do the platform and it start making money, you want it to make money, but you still don't want people to know that you're the one who did the platform, right?
All right. Currently right now, me I build one educational platform.
Mm-hmm.
Me I use Cursor. You know Cursor, the AI tool.
Mm-hmm.
So me I use that and me I build one entire DeFi educational platform
Mm-hmm.
currently. So that's something where me I work on, and hopefully by the time I done I'm a billion me launch it, me can just get somebody for just deal with the public part right and me just
Ah,
disappear.
so you don't want the money at all then,
Yeah, you give it. Yeah,
No
just
money,
keep giving
we
away
go
money.
still make money because it go be one subscription based platform,
but not from
and
you.
but
You're from
go really be like, oh, the money I come to me and me are the CEO and everything already.
So you don't want you see what you're saying?
you want less money. You want to do all the work and get less than it's worth.
No sir. Me I go make. Trust me. The way how me I build it and how me plan for use the funds that me I go make.
No, but how you
me
gonna
know
make the funds?
money not gonna be a
No man,
problem.
listen.
Yeah.
You
The
can't.
next guy that's coming in to run it and be the front face. That's expensive.
What you say?
The person that's coming in to run it, be the CEO and be the front facing person. That person's role is not cheap. That's a good amount of the
No,
money
sir.
you put in.
Me have a business partner. Me have somebody where me work with
Mhm.
where them comfortable with that partner. Like we have one kind of working
Oh,
relationship
so,
where
Yeah, man.
them me deal with the public part, me deal with me the
Yeah,
behind the
man. And
scenes.
listen, that's the dream. Let me tell you something. That you don't know. Yeah, I can say it because I used to also be like that. Right? Like every single tech person
I'm
going
a
back
Jamaican Becky.
decades has wanted that. But the reality is
Yeah, for lucky.
no, forget the luck. Let's talk about what we can control. You have to actually do the work. You have to be realistic about the work. Like let's say you build this platform.
And the thing
You,
you're avoiding just another second of the work.
yeah, you build a platform that you say is your idea. So it's your idea, and then you put the work in to build it. So you're both sides of the thing, you know. But then when it
Yeah.
gets to the point of okay, now is the time to make money, you want somebody else to be the face of it and also to push the business of it.
It's half the work.
That's not. It's not even. I used to think it's half. It's not half the work. It's more than half.
It's more than half.
Yeah, it's much more than half.
Mm-hmm.
But think about what you're saying. You get what I'm saying here.
Me understand what you say.
I know this is not meant to change if you are not convinced or whatever. I'm happy you
No,
send a
sir.
speaker request. I want more people to send a speaker request. I will talk about. Like, I would say anything. I
Mm-hmm.
like this. A nice little break. You haven't mentioned Jamaica once, so it's it's a wonderful opportunity, and I like that you hone into tech. Tech is probably one of the places where Jamaicans can be innovative, um, in a large way, in a wonderful way, if we think local. But you say you're doing a DeFi educational platform to join the other 6 million DeFi educational platforms, by the way. But the
Yeah, but
way
there's none locally
uh,
where well me no know about none locally. Where
that does
somebody
what?
make locally. Where I go teach, one me I go teach and do it how me I go do it.
There we
Me no
go.
really think
You see where
me no see none locally. So
except for the one that you mentioned earlier, but you see where you find or have found your innovation already in Jamaica. Jamaicans. That's the innovation that you're coming with. That yeah, anybody can have the DeFi idea, anybody can have the DeFi education idea, but the Jamaican version of it is what your innovation is, right?
So what you
yeah,
bring to
me I go do it globally, but the way how me I create it from the perspective where me know say locally our people them go can benefit from it like in a serious way. Cause most times like no for them education platform there and thing. You
Mm-hmm.
see if you don't really understand like us, like say for instance the Jamaican culture and like certain way or we learn and thing,
Mm-hmm.
you see. So me I go create in a one way where me want Jamaican people fi can benefit the most.
I agree with you. That's why I said that's where you found the innovation in Jamaica. I agree with you more than you know. I have my own educational platform, if you will, and a huge part of it is simply around the fact that I teach Jamaicans. Oftentimes I get asked, why you know try it bigger? I care about Jamaicans.
Your education platform launch?
I don't call that. I teach a class. Now I
Oh,
can turn it into, yes, I know I can turn it online. I can make it into a proper platform.
yeah.
But even even when that's done, it's still targeted to Jamaica. And that's the secret to
Mhm.
business everywhere. It's always targeted to your actual target group.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as people talk about SpaceX, the
you
conversation
don't do big
among
for the sake of it.
yeah, the conversation amongst the customers that SpaceX actually target is completely different.
So imagine I start an Aki company tomorrow. I sell Aki, I sell Aki and Saltfish box lunch. And you hear me say, this will be a worldwide thing. America, very quickly, I'm not meeting most of my audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So yeah, so I like your idea. I like what you're thinking. Some unsolicited advice. Lego the idea this um anonymous.
Innovation disruption. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, like you're bringing an opportunity and you can bring it to the people that you've identified, the people that you know best. You know Jamaicans better than any other set of people in the world. And you also have a knowledge about a part of the finance space that most people hear about and don't really understand. And you think you understand in a way that most people don't, most Jamaicans don't, and most Jamaicans would stand to benefit from it. And you may very well be right. But here's the thing. Tell me, as you call it, an international DeFi company that is doing that, not in the Jamaican way, but in a good way, a way that you rate.
One company of the business model where me see where I want a really good business model and I did one company. I just like one YouTube channel and
Mm-hmm.
him create one website and create one
Who
course.
is it? Who is it?
The channel name Crypto Labs Research or something like that.
Okay. And who run it?
Yeah, just this brother with name Lucas Rubix or something like that.
Imagine
But I
that.
like
You see how
one
you know him
team of
name?
people. Yeah.
You see how you know who it is?
Yeah, me know him name because I choose to do it public, but not wrong if me I choose to do all I work privately. And me have somebody where me and them have a working relationship. But
I'm
them
not saying you're
comfortable
wrong, I'm
with doing it
just
public.
I'm just trying to have you
See?
understand, especially because you have the idea. That's maybe one of the things that a lot of local tech guys don't do, where they may have the idea, but then they're not all, what I put it. Some have the idea, in fact, all of them full of ideas. But the actual real business idea and the actual bringing it to the market and all of that, you don't have most of them doing that, right? Most of them are doing exactly what you want to do. They want to find somebody with a face site and I can be behind the scenes and doing XYZ, and that, how realistic is that?
Yeah, in a realistic for most people, would I consider myself lucky. Because
And
personally me I work with,
uh-huh.
and I really say them are somebody where them now care about the tech part, them just go do this part or that part or the person me I work with, technically them I think the same thing them and me I do, me and them we learn the same thing, them we do everything. I just say them one of them charismatic. You know them people they way them can just deal with the public thing and them deal with the coding and everything same way. I just
I,
one of them
I,
gifted people there.
I've heard about people like that.
They're all like that. It's just what them choose to do, right?
Yeah.
Look at the
But as you
reality
said,
of the idea. That's what I tell you. I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm not saying that it can't work.
it's
It
an
can
obstacle
work.
for true. When me think about it for true like what you say, because me never even think about it because me not have the consensus where you probably have where you probably know a whole heap of people where they in a tech space or crypto area. So me couldn't say as some most of them stay or some most of them not stay. So
You
I probably
can
want to
though.
really
You
for true.
can. Think about it. Think about just within your circle. Don't try to think too far from your
Well,
circle. Think
my
about within
circle
your
was
circle.
small, so
Everybody said that too.
me know people say that. Me know people say that, but like actually like
it's,
wish
it's
what do you mean I think about it? Me I say me wish me the guy you. Cause what do you mean I watch this thing and me see like you have some like them have some little innovative lab thing and
yeah.
some. I said, boom, boom, I wish me the guy you just for their own people. We actually I try build things.
I understand that. You see that thing is a real thing. That is what I would love more of in Jamaica. And God willing, in time we'll have more of that. Because somebody has to do it. So like it will happen in time, but it requires somebody actively pushing towards it. You see some of like what you mentioned, I think is that thing with Amber and AI labs and
Yeah,
innovation lab. Yeah. And
yeah,
that is the Amber company, even though they have their reasons for doing it. It, it,
yeah,
it is them saying, hey, we can get more innovation locally. You know why they want the innovation locally, even though them can send all of the work out in there? Because there is something unique about the Jamaican people. And if you're building for the Jamaican people, you kind of need Jamaican people to do it. And even that
yeah,
them can't outsource. So they have to find the local innovation. The same thing happened in San Francisco, in Silicon Valley. You have a set of people there where them can bounce ideas off each other. It's like you hear people talk about energy there, and those people are building. for a need that them see, and it works for them. And if it work really well, eventually you'll have people all over the world use it. But they're not building for people all over the world 99% of the time. 99%. And the successful ones are almost never. I can't think of one success story in tech that came from building with everybody in mind. Every tech success story built towards a specific audience, a specific people, a specific customer base. And in your case, you have the Jamaican customer base. I can tell I have a Jamaican tech startup. So it is, I am well aware of the benefits and the downsides of concentrating on the Jamaican people. But I'll tell you, stick with that. The mistake most make is to think otherwise, think elsewhere, think international without thinking realistic.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So work with the gully and the lane that you used to. You get me? Work with what you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I really
Yeah.
thought, man, I was trying to me have to run, but it was a good conversation. And
man, very good conversation.
me I go check out the website you recommend and
MyMoneyJA.com. You sign up,
yeah, and start
you
get
get
it.
a free trial, so you can see how the whole thing look. You look how the whole market look, and put the shares that you did buy for you and your people them in, and put the date when you bought it in, and then look at your
Yeah.
portfolio and see how much those shares are worth now. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, man, me I go check it out.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, man, big up. You come
Yeah,
on.
man, big up. Thanks for calling.
Sheesh. What do you think, Danai? The new next
I like it.
next DeFi, the next platform to come out of Jamaica from a real Jamaican.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that not a non-usual. It's been a long time since anybody come on and talk to us about the whole crypto space stuff.
And do it in a way that most don't.
Yeah.
It's usually an ad.
True. It's funny, which I don't mind the ad as long as the conversation is good and sensible. But it's also funny how much the crypto talk and space has changed since like when 2020. The last time when we were here in a holy point, early COVID. Think about the cause and the conversations that we'd have back then versus now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's just become a more mature market, bro.
It is maturing, right? Because as I said, the boring guys are now they're always in it, but what I said back then is what's happening now. It will not make any real sense until the institutionals are in it. I know the institutionals are in it, and those guys don't lose either, so they're not coming in at the bottom of the thing. Yeah. But anyway, back to stocks. If you will, back to the local market. We're talking WIPTL, and that's one that's listed by introduction. The more typical IPO close, equity. You think that will list before the year done, or you think they'll push for a early 2026?
Oh. You can't list before a year done, but I think it very likely 2026. But I think it can list before the year done. 2 weeks, no Christmas.
Yeah, I think it was the last time that we had a listing that late in the year. I don't think we've had a listing that late. Maybe Mailpack, but Mailpack was, I think, the first week of December when it happened. That was 2019. I don't know of non-listing since then. Since then, it's usually early year, start of the year thing, right?
Start of the year, right?
Yeah. Going back to WIPTL, you mentioned the whole Epley sort of thing. You think Epley, you think of them as Epley? Like you think they'll do that, or you think there'll be shares? Are they obviously not like Epley, but do you think there'll be any shares for sale to the regular crumbs begging us in the public crumbs beggars early?
Oh, I'll say yes, but I need to actually properly look at the ownership. Because they might just not. If it's set up certain ways. They have more than 20. They have to.
They have to. You know, they're very expressive about there being 102
Mm-hmm.
members.
So yeah, that much is out in there. So
What you think the 102, 100 employees, one quote unquote investor, probably slash board member, um, and another entity.
mm-hmm.
So I feel like the 100 I feel like the 100 employees slash shareholders haven't actually seen or gotten those shares yet, right?
But yeah, it don't really exist in my pocket. I can't touch them.
Yeah. And then I think after the 100, after them actually list it, how much do you think could sell? Because that's probably, I think everybody else has a great, has their own ideas in mind. Everybody else have their own
Yeah,
plans in
enough
mind.
people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect to see some big movements in stock, but it's between party A and party B who done did agree, so we're doing whatever
We'll do
already.
this way.
Yeah. So it's how much of that is likely to come to us? Maybe the employees, I think, or maybe the broker involved. Maybe the broker sells some to the public. But then also, in my view, as I said, because I expect the APO from them and the shareholders.
I can see it very easily just being a. It depends how much of the employees really. To me, the employees I can say. I mean, maybe the broker sell a little bit, but I think APO is really good boss big.
Yeah.
Or that's the plan.
And maybe that's also why I could say maybe that's also why maybe that's also exactly because you have to go use that at the APO.
If you look nice, what a great year, guys! Rejoice!
Yeah.
Look what we did.
Actually,
so we already knew, but great excitement, I'm telling you.
To go a little deeper on it, right? If I tell you about the exciting Q3, but I know that I'm going to drop some stuff in the Q4 and then report the full year audited, I can't tell you about the Q3 now because you'll see the exciting and then you'll see the Q4 and you might even see the Q4 audited in the prospectus, assuming the prospectus comes out. But there'll be a prospectus at APO. So assume the APO will have the right timing for that. You're going to see the number in the APO in the prospectus and it's not going to be that exciting because, hey, 10 million for Q3 and now it's 8 million. So what that means? You book a loss in the Q4. And I was excited and I saw the Q3, but you never asked me to buy no shares. Now you asked me to buy shares on what looks like a loss. It's a little bit of corporate strategy. I hope that's what it is, and I really hope that's what it is because it would also speak to brokers trying to understand the investing public more. Local brokers trying to understand the investing public more. Who knows? But hey, APO to come. You know it going nice APO already. I'm out. Well, I'm not even in, so I don't have to be out. I just watch.
Just watch. Want to watch.
Yeah, but definitely want to watch. And anybody else wants that speaker request or I talk about anything else I've seen. What do you think about the weekly notification boss, Tyrone?
Oh, that's also the thing I saw this week. That's also another thing. That was my next thing to talk about. The same fine, Randy.
Well, I'm fine. Oh, miracle?
You're fine, a miracle, eh?
Yeah. Yo, Tyrone, if you listen to this,
what is this deal though?
What is the deal?
Yeah. What new stuff there?
Yeah, you can find the deal. Well, I think the deal is the same thing I thought the deal was last week or the week before, right? It's the same set of guys, the same set of people from the culture deal. Tyrone, with a little bit of timing, just hey, it's good. Them have that timing. A little bit of the timing game. And the usual public noise around it. And of course, I expect the usual dilution to come to pay for it. But one thing that did stand out to me from it was the name of the entity that's him creating. Like, oh my God, like Tyron, if you listen to this, it is a terrible name. Jesus.
Dividend
The-
something.
That's all it is. That you say it exactly right. It's just the other way around. Something dividend. Brands of loyalty dividends. Bold. Terrible
Bold.
name. Like, terrible name. It to me is a name that's constructed just to include the word dividend.
Same.
Yeah. Because that's the
Brands
idea
of
I want to
loyalty
feed out there.
dividends. Mm-hmm.
Um,
70%. That's about consumer goods. Other well-established products.
do they still sell margarine? Is that the? 'Cause I think Miracle, I think margarine.
But it's a bold. Who is bold?
Like a vehicle being created to throw the things under.
All right, miracle.
So I'm thinking, yeah, if the thing is a manufacturer slash
There's good amount. I know. I'm sell things. I'm sell a good amount of things. It's just.
manufacturer slash distributor, which means then you'd have you can create an entity, throw all of the brands that are local to that manufacturer slash distributor under it, and you can do it's like a WIPTL is the same similar sort of corporate maneuver. Throw it under it, and you have your distribution contract, you have your manufacturing contract, you have the sales from it. You can pretty much you've built a business around a dot in another vertical, in another business line, and
It's
then
vertical. Yeah.
so you can control the profits mostly from that because the customer of that thing is another entity. And the supply, and if you want, maybe it can be almost like a last D last M. Just think from the perspective of a last M. So bold would be like a last M, and this is my assumption about it, guys. I have no more information than you do. It's just
is the thing there. I don't know the thing. I don't the thing I'm thinking about is, do you know the products?
when I was looking on the website, I saw some that I know. I was surprised to see some. So some I know is like distribution only. I see. Do I know the products? I know Culture Rum, but I don't know if Culture Rum will be under it. I only know Culture Rum from seeing it in the gas station once. Is it gas station or the supermarket like that?
And I know it from the Kinta notice.
Well, that's where most people know it from. Too. That's where most people know it from. Too. But yeah, I have a memory of seeing a case with it in there, and it stood out to me also because it's a rum bottle with a weed logo on it. I was like, what the hell is that? But if you look it up, you see what it is.
Oh wait, I do know it. You're right, and I've seen it before.
Yeah. Or is it a gas station too? Yeah.
Yes, it's gas station too. It was quality to overlook it.
Yeah, late night. You need something you're going at it, and it.
Gas station. You never did buy that one yet. Yeah. That is interesting.
Yeah. But the other things, I'm sure that they have other things. I know they have other things, and it's a small business. Is what it is, right? You can have maybe a little bit of manufacturing, a little bit of distribution, and forget the size of the thing. If there's actual revenue there, which is something that Kintyre needs, along with cash revenue, right? Cash generating revenue.
Which is why I mean, that's I think this the purpose this serves, right? So there's an expectation on their side that this will happen like that. Which is why I asked the thing that I am trying to gauge. I'm trying to gauge this thing. I'm trying to understand how much them knows that they're gonna make money from it.
When you say make money now, we're going to another. What do you mean when you say make money?
Is it that there are actual known brands? Come know that go. It can't say known brands and that's known by me and Randy, and then everybody else in Jamaica know about it before. It's still known, right? So how known are the brands? Do I know any brands bold? No. So is it that You know what I'm saying? Like, are there things that I can say? Okay, I can look at and say, oh, that don't make money already. So if Kinta get it, then they will make money
I
from
think
it.
I think
Or you think it's new things? Because them say known, so but known again.
them
Counter is
distribute
known
some known things
because
that
it's Randy Seed against each other.
yeah, but them
You know?
distribute some known things, but it don't mean that maybe it's exclusive distribution. I think them distribute like WD-40 too.
Yeah. I don't think it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's. I mean, it doesn't have to be exclusive. Just as long as Kintyre is the guy distributing it to that place, and Kintyre will make money from it, basically,
Mhm.
right? That's what I see.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but well, like I mentioned margarine because in my mind, I think miracle. I think margarine.
Me too.
So I hope the next, but I'm also thinking is the margarine separate. But maybe there's miracle something to do with separate. I'm sure we'll get a lot of
It's
notices.
separate of thing. It's a lot of people on this.
Yeah.
It's just
And the website you see
if
them
it
also showing Amzal stuff. That's that's a known-ish brand.
send me that website, my brother.
Carbolic Miracles website. I'll send it to you here. You check out Carbolic. They have Blue Power on it. Obviously, we know they're not black Blue Power. They have Castile soap on it. So maybe them
They
distributing
distribute for
for
certain people. Yeah.
Castile. Yeah.
So it the thing is, Kintyre can just I rent or own the trucks that carry on this route. That's revenue.
Or Kintyre can own the bold brands. That is the vehicle within which the manufacturing and packaging whatever sits, and
Mhm.
we sell quote unquote. Well, I won't say quote unquote sell. We sell to our distributor, which is another entity. So our distributor buys from us, but it's a guaranteed buy. So that means that our distributor is buying, and this is my assumption, buying everything that we have to sell. So that all of that is revenue. And we're baking a 2% margin to that. So all of that is profit,
Profit.
which means that all of it is paid out via a dividend that doesn't
Then,
touch this is all below everything, right? The dividend you don't get the touches. So that dividend is paid out, let's say to Kintyre.
Mhm.
Um, there's no getting around the need for you to have an actual value creation
Mhm.
object somewhere in there, right? So if there's some,
Cash is king, eh?
yeah, if can I see a way for you to turn this into cash flow, which is needed? If you get the full business and actually are able to control the business, sure.
Mhm.
Are you going to be able to control the business? That's another thing, right? Who are you buying this from? Are those guys handing over ultimate control to you? Do they not have a need for cash? When Kintyre don't really have any money like that. So what are going to buy it with? Likely shares. If I buy it with shares, are those guys that going to want to convert shares? And if I'm telling you that you're getting my company and I'm taking payment in shares or even partial payment in shares, yeah, on paper you have the company, but operationally I'm still operating it, right? So why would I drive my revenue to your account? Like how I can't lose. Forget the complexity of how the business can sound. At the end of it, it comes back down to human beings, and the human being is gonna say, I'm not gonna do the thing if I'm gonna lose from it.
That
So
makes sense to me.
yeah, and shares that I can't sell don't make sense to me. And shares that I'm given that I can sell might make some amount of sense, but you have to go show me some cash from those shares first before it makes sense. And then what does that imply for us on the outside? If John Brown's compensation route is shares and those shares are being created, that's expected constant pipeline of shares to the queue, which means those shares are gonna be worth less and less the more that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something there though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, there's something there. And I think they actually have business. I think they have some business. I think there's some cash running through the whole thing, which is what's needed heavily. And I think the beauty of doing a business like this is that the business like Kintyre is that if it's done properly, then it's not. It's a epley if it's done properly. It's a mustn't if it's done properly. You get me? Yeah. So and in that sort of thing, you're getting a lot of synergies where I can take on something like this, even if it's not that great, because I can make it great. And making it great is cash and profit.
And and then everything else you do can make sense on the back of that.
Exactly, but you need at least one. Same thing for
You need
equity.
exactly that.
Yeah, same thing for equity. You need at least one sensible thing that is out there. Equity might look out in that they have have piece of one, they have dollar, but same thing, like the equity can run dollars revenue through the equities books. They don't have that say, right? They have one seat at the table.
Is why 70% of the board it matters after Kintyre.
Correct, exactly. But what does that 30% control?
That is right, sir.
Yeah. But either way, I'm happy to see it happening because you just need one. What we need there is no. I think the biggest opportunity for Kintyre is. Make sure you write this down, Tyre. Is the junior market, not the junior market, the micro market.
Yes.
Yeah, micro market.
It might on it. So let us see.
It only makes sense for the micro market. Yeah, it only makes sense for the micro market. Makes too much sense for a business like what Kintyre has now become. But again, you're still gonna also need a willing broker. Now, if he has a willing broker willing to work with him, then win. Matter of fact, if you have a willing broker willing to work with you, you don't even need a micro market.
True that.
Yeah, if you have a broker that's willing to work with you, you don't even need the micro market. We already have markets that you can list on. You can list on the junior. If that's too difficult, you can list on the main. Easier to list on the main. And Tyrone is not above following the steps that other people have shown. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see him do like a WIPTL. Yeah, list it by introduction. Why not? List by introduction and then yeah, and then raise off. Why not? You've already gone and going through the fire. Every other week you go through the fire on Twitter and the media. So you might as well take the benefits of going through the fire.
True that.
Oh yeah, that was the big news this week from from the Kintyre side, I think.
Yeah, and everyone get in the news every week, you know.
That's true. That's true.
No, not doing the low key thing at all.
At all. At all. We don't know. We don't know.
Which is also I think again. Neo, it's not it doesn't only go one way. You have the positives and the negatives on either side. If you want to be low key or not, then there. If you want to be low key, then there are positives and there are negatives. If you want to be upfront like Tyrone, then you get face it every single time. You do it to the public, then the public will turn around and look at you in the way you do things. So, choose your angle and sail the ship well.
Yep. Yeah, worryless. Like there's a certain level that you cannot pass without.
Yeah, I think that exactly that.
Yeah. I find that what I find for the conversation that we're having with him there, and the conversation I find with Tech is that it's not that anybody is saying either to be upfront and like why is the consideration to jump into the extreme? There's loads of room between. Yeah, man. There's loads of room between the anonymity and the extreme.
And social butterfly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, but what I see is that a crippling of the actual opportunities because of a fear of, let's say, being a Tyrone, but only Tyrone is Tyrone. You don't have to be a Tyrone. You don't even.
And the truth is that thing hurts a lot, you know.
Of course.
And specifically on a personal level, the people that did the background work. The thing I said to him about how expensive it is to have somebody else do that, the front work. We've seen that from the mildest level to the highest level. Or like first, like mildest level oh, this guy realizes how much work they're actually doing up front, and know that, boy, it's more than the thing it's more than the other thing. So I'm going to require more of this thing than probably you are willing to give up. And it have to make sense for you, because I was the one out there doing all this. If I'm not here now, then where do you turn? If we're gonna start over with somebody else, right?
Yeah, and
the truth is, I already don't have a piece of this too. So how much you can split your thing just to have that working that way? The truth. And then on an extreme level, it's the thing is climbing, the person at the front is climbing. So then who is the one everybody wants to work with? When I'm coming in with my big investment, I don't really care what I got at the back. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's replaceable.
exactly.
They can find somebody else to do the groundwork.
Yeah.
Or somebody else to do the hard work like you did do. The relationship they have is the person at the front. The relationship the public has is the person at the front. So it really it ends up a lot of times with, boy, I'll work in the forefront guy, because who cares about the thing there? What name again? As much as Jobs and his best friend. What name?
I know who you're talking. Guy was back. And it's not just
Yeah, what's that?
it's across so many. It is rampant in tech.
Yeah,
Gates and homeboy there that died, Paul Allen. There,
yeah, it's yeah, you want to do low key, but there's something you do give up by thing there. And if you're okay giving it up, and you're really okay giving it up, then go for it. But
exactly.
you don't blindside yourself later.
And it is something that is only said in tech. In what is current tech, it's only said there. Meaning in every other form of business, it's not unusual. Tech is not just computer tech. Tech is broad based. And in many businesses you have that sort of split. But in tech, it is the people who don't know thinking that that's how it is. So I think that Paul Allen do the coding and Bill Gates is the face. It's not the reality of how it is, right? That's not the reality of how it works at all. That's not it never works. So that's not how it works. But if you think that's how it is and you speak that way, and then other people hear the lie and they carry it on, no, that's not how business works at all. It's
Which is funny, because you think about that. Neat. If you were to ask either Paul Allen or Bill, no, we both did things. It's just that the other thing I was doing
exactly.
kind of brought me a certain degree further.
Yeah, it's an understanding that a lot of tech people don't have, because they see it and they think, oh, I don't want to be a Tyrone, I don't want to be a Musk. Before Musk was the Musk we know, he was the nerd behind the scenes coding. If you never the nerd behind the scenes, it's not the split that you think it is.
You remember the early videos when it fully going ball this the side here.
Yeah,
He fitted every stereotype, right? And you're like, oh, this is a behind the scenes guy.
Yep. But that's not how it really works. It's all parties pulling, and there's a certain pull that one side after that the other side can do, and that's on both ends of it. And the only problem that will happen is when one side thinks that their pull is bigger or more needed or heavier than the other side. Anytime you start having that happening, then that's where the breakdown happens. And what happens locally is that it starts with that. It starts with that thinking that, oh, it was really me doing everything here, homeboy, say him doing everything. But you have somebody here who also know it, have a bit of knowledge, but that's a person who don't mind the upfront. But they're going in already thinking that there's a split where there isn't really a split. It's both of you doing something. That's what it is. It's both of you doing something. I mean that both of you have to do something heavily. Both of you will have to take on the heavy thing. Yeah, but if anytime
the way they are pulled.
Yeah, man, it's a lesson that I've learned, and many people will learn it, and will learn it again and again over the years. It's just like, oh, even a lot of these companies, I think, Cygnus, I think about it all the time. Cygnus, I think, is more than 2 guys, right?
3.
Yeah.
Good. Some say 4, because Gassan.
But he's a silent guy.
Yeah, he's the original wallet.
Yeah, but can it work without him?
No, it cannot.
Exactly. And could it work without the other guys?
Exactly that.
Probably not either, right? I've never seen him talk. In fact, it's just we joke about that. Most people don't know, and the ones who do know, even with them, most of them don't say it. It's not, yeah, it's not that. The more I look at, the more I see it in all sorts of businesses, all sorts of industries. You have that duality. Once you have the duality, and one side of the duality don't think that the other side of the duality is less dual, that's where you get the success. Every other time you get the breakdown. Anyway, back to stocks.
And this is marriage advice from Randy, guys.
It's definitely not marriage at all. Definitely not. But you know what? It probably is true in marriage too. It probably is true in marriage too. Not probably. It is definitely true in marriage. Um, but yeah, back to stocks. Uh, I mentioned the signal center, and I remember we have the Barita proven. What's the term that they use?
Ah, yes, that's the next thing I opened. Do I want to say this here? That's the question.
Oh, where people is it? What do they say? The proven invited.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, hold on. They're working together. There's a partnership between Proven and Barita.
And Cornerstone.
Cornerstone. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
And so
Partner on projects.
what do you think of that notice?
No, that really picture funny. The picture. You see the picture for the thing there for the green for the
Yes. Yeah. I saw two funny things from that. If you look at one, that's what beginner no. CVM's one was funny to me also.
Okay, I need to find that.
CVM's headline. They use air quotes. Very funny. Hilarious. Hilarious for other reasons. But yeah. Regardless, official notice is that the Proven Group has invited the Cornerstone Group to partner with them.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I don't know myself. Why is it not searching properly? Randy?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to open the thing, but it's not opening properly. I don't know what's going on.
Meaning the actual notice?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to search the news tab on my Money JA.
Are you not
And
seeing
it's
it?
not.
Well, look on Prove because it's Proven put out the notice.
I'm looking for the next thing. I have approved notice up.
Oh, I don't think you'll see the CVM. You mean the CVM one I mentioned?
Yeah.
I only saw that. I just saw a screenshot of that from Twitter. So I think about it. It wasn't even the tweet. I saw somebody retweeting or quoting the tweet. So you can forget the CVM one, or maybe I'll find that later and show you. But just on the actual thing itself, like talking about the actual thing itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a strategic partnership. Is this the thing that does this need to be announced to stock exchange specifically?
There are certain.
It's big enough, right?
It depends. They haven't mentioned any size.
Yeah, but if you expect it to be impactful enough, then that's when they would have to report it. Our strategic partnership is it just overall? Is it something they sign?
Right. Now you're asking the questions.
And agree on.
Now you're asking the question. So like the notice being a notice, why would this notice be done at all?
Mm-hmm.
It must be there are only a few things that require a notice.
Mm-hmm.
And how this has been worded would make it almost seem like none of them are implied, but then there are some things that require notice. And so what we're talking about in the girl group was that it would appear to me like this is the fulfillment of a notice without saying the exact words that people be looking
Exact
for.
thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's telling you about the thing, but we
Without,
never actually go in details what we tell you. So
we're not sure what we told. You're not sure what we told you either.
But you can't tell, like, you can't, when no, it's me, you can't, so I never tell you.
Yeah. You can't. I never tell you, but you're not sure what it is that I told you. Yeah. So like they speak to the strategic partnership with the Cornerstone Group. And then they point out that Cornerstone is the second largest owner of Proven. They didn't say in the official notice that it's via Barita, but that's what it is via. And then like I think about how much I want to say here versus like what I spoke about in the group. Just some of the things stood out to me. They mentioned.
It might not be immediately apparent to everybody else what I'm asking you, but who was the rounding error? Which company was that?
Oh, you're funny. This guy is funny. This guy is jokes.
I'm actually asking. Is it actually it? It's true?
I don't
That's
remember.
hilarious.
I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I know some people will tell me exactly when they hear this and just type it in a place I can see.
God.
That's what I was thinking about for a long while. If it's in, I said I should ask. This week was busy.
I think so, but I don't remember.
Me too, but I know my memory sometimes.
Yeah. They also speak to real estate, which of course everybody loves to hear about real estate. And the fact they speak about real estate twice, I know that one of the more profitable parts of Barita Cornerstone via Barita in the last few years has been real estate moves. Everybody loves real estate.
That might be indicative of the thing behind the notice.
I think so. Maybe it's like because Proven also has a nice little real estate arm.
Over there.
Yeah, and if I buy some shares, if I have a certain level of ownership, or with I mean, Barita's real estate portfolio could buy Proven's own, and it could be bought, or Proven could buy. Proven could be buy. The three things that stood out to me was the strategic partnering, the invite, the mentioning of the real estate portfolio, which I'm sure was not random, and the fact that Cornerstone's board is Mark Mann as a chairman, or is he a sub chairman?
He's the chairman, but
There's a chairman, yeah. So I think he's chairman of Cornerstone. Mark Maz being invited or nominated to join Proven's board of directors is also telling. I mean, maybe there's some share in there, some share mix in there. Definitely, maybe not definitely, but possibly passing the 5% or even the 10% or the 20% mark. 20% mark would be very interesting. But even passing the 5% mark requires approvals and it's also, I think, significant and requires notice.
Where do you say invite?
I'm going off memory and I said invite, you know.
Okay.
I'm going off
They said
memory.
they're welcoming. I don't think they said they invited them. I said they were welcoming.
True, they're welcoming. That's true. That is true. Where did I say invite?
Well, I don't know if it's a news article.
It may have been. It may have been. It's welcoming. I'm remembering it wrong, maybe. It's not worth looking up. But that's a big, either way, it might be a big deal, right?
Yeah. Might just be.
It might be a big deal. The beauty of real estate is that its valuation changes drastically at times and can change and can
Big up the next excitement this week, but continue, sir.
yeah, well, so that's what I was going towards. Well, I don't know if we're thinking about the same thing. I'll suspect we
And
are.
then putting the chicken, real estate.
Yeah, real estate can help. I mean, hey, going back to Kintyre? Real estate, bro. get the piece of land.
sir.
You know, those pieces of land are gonna be revalued a few times well to get the retained
sir.
earnings into positive.
Yes, sir.
Which helps the balance sheet.
Season the chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a nice segue to your point. Go true.
Jamaica brothers
As
back
expected.
with positive equity. Some might call it a miracle. It's a bold move by them. Yeah, they just how much is that land really worth?
Well, at the time, I'd said at least 40 billion. How much was it? How much them revalued to?
No. Man, wow. Okay. I'm actually gonna check it properly. But and I saw that, bro.
I think it needed to be worth.
I mean, it don't say that happen. It's just boy. I couldn't
Going off memory,
obvious.
I think that it needed to be worth. It needed to be worth at least 40 billion, more than whatever it's worth, right?
Yeah, because they were that much.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it needed. I had a 40 billion number in mind that it needed to suddenly be, not suddenly, but it needed to be valued at least 40 more.
Yeah, because they were negative 40 or 29.
At the time I'd looked through. In my mind I had at least 40 more, but it could be 29, it could be 30. I think I had looked just off the I think I just looked off the full year at the time. So
The thing I remember is 29 million negative. So million negative, but I have to check it properly. But you heard me?
yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
Okay, yeah, so you could deal with everything there. But yeah.
But regardless, how much
Yeah.
was it? How much has
How much have they revalued by?
yeah.
It's 40 billion. Yeah, you're right. 40 billion they revalued it by. The thing I was wondering was if they needed that much.
When I remember seeing it, I know I didn't have that 40 out of nowhere.
They revalued by 40. So their shareholders' equity now is 31.
Wow. Well, that's good.
Which means
Because there was a -9 there before, right? Yeah. Yeah. Back again.
So and give themselves a lot of room.
Or
As they should,
or just enough room. Because that's the annoying part of a miracle like that, or a bold move like that, or a Kintyre move like that is that it doesn't put any more cash in my pocket. Yeah. But in the case of
yeah, that's not necessarily needed, eh?
well, I don't know. I think maybe they did need it. I think maybe they do need. Yeah. I think they need a little room, cash. They may need some debt that have had some hits and more. There's I wouldn't be surprised they need some cash, and then not that they couldn't get it borrowed, but
But then the borrowing is in problems.
exactly.
You see what I'm thinking?
And the current borrowing is in problems, much less.
Yeah. So okay, we're thinking the same thing. I'm probably not saying it properly, but yeah, I don't think they need cash. I feel like that wasn't apparent, but yeah, I think they need cash. It's just the ways to get it is we need to borrow some money because we find out that we need it. I even remember them saying that a part of the issue that they had was them looking at the cash situation and realize, it's not add up. So something short.
Yeah, they did say that.
So now you're finding out you're in these problems. You love to turn and borrow, but the same problems cause the debt to be all over the place, which is why you need the revaluation to help your books look nicer.
Yeah. So I mean,
because that 42 billion still sits down in the borrowings.
Correct, and still requires some amount of management and I mean, yeah, they're walking a tightrope. It might be at a high level, but it's still a tightrope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
might be at a high level, but it's still very much a tightrope. And
Thick news, boy.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm
So what do they do to get? I mean, I think I have answers, but sure, I'm not asking anyway. What do they do to get the borrowings out? How easily does that go back to long term?
yeah, I don't know if it can.
I wouldn't. I don't think it can't. It's probably largely dependent on say like if we come to concrete agreements
The
with
lenders.
with the lenders,
Yeah.
then
Or if we get
because I don't think it might not be the case they can just unbreach. I can breach and then it can't just slip back in. In most cases, it can't just slip back in and then everything good. It can't. It never say nothing.
exactly,
Just the breach alone put in a position where we follow these procedures if this thing happens. Up to you if you want to give me a bribe, but hey, I don't have. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't really have a you don't really have a choice, as you say. I don't think you necessarily have a choice. But I mean,
like that, this reval can help because you might be able to even think that like, part of an agreement you can make then is hey, we'll put more collateral forward from this reevaluated asset.
I don't think they can do that. But to be fair, it was collateral free before.
That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't. So I'm saying that so there was no collateral before, so I can get up and say, okay, yo, you have this asset over here, and for you to give me the extension or you to come to new terms on the debt, then this is collateral. This piece of the thing is collateral. I think that's possible.
It's everything possible. I think, but I think what might be a bit more what might be easier is you bring it to the level that it's at now, and if another party is willing to lend you, you borrow from that party, you just
refinance
refinance and get rid of the original thing. Because we breached it, we have a lot of headaches. Let's avoid the headaches. If hey, you give me a little bit of breathing room here, thank you for that. Here it is. I'll give you back your money. And there's this new debt. And if you want to buy into that debt, you're welcome to.
So my thing is, well, I'm not even in trouble sometimes. But the thing I'm looking at here is that the people that they are borrowing from are often those guys at the top in the space.
Agreed.
So what I expect, I don't want to expect, but I think as a possibility, if it's like, hey, we're talking to these guys and they'll give us and say we work with us. I think it's a strong possibility that refinance happens and those are the same guys that refinance it.
If they're on board, I think so. I mean, and one of them is literally on board, right? I mean, they share board members with the big bank, so I would.
I expect yeah. So this is why I expect how these things go. Unless the guy is like, I think the person on the next side truly feels burnt and on, you know. But then a deal is a deal. You work it out. And if it comes sweet, it comes sweet. So why not?
Unless it comes where?
Until the deal comes, get a sweet deal.
I think they're getting the sweet deal right now, which is they themselves seem to be pointing out that their lenders or most of the lenders were giving them quite the sweet deal. And some of the things said, yeah, they look kind of okay, but that
I think they'll get me, bro. on this front, I think that it to me is looking like the debt might just because it might be worked out in a way where they're fine on this angle, and they don't have to worry about the other things then.
Maybe what I think is maybe what I think is realistically, I'm not trying to talk around the thing. I think they'll get the thing refinanced, new debt, pay off the old debt, and then the new debt has more stringent terms and is backed is backed by
Collateral.
a lot more conditions. But I think they'll meet the conditions. I think those conditions will be agreed ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, them live good with them banker. Like I said, you can
Mm-hmm.
get anything done if you have the bank or the broker.
Mm-hmm.
The broker is the bank. So if you have the bank on your side, you can get almost anything done.
Mm-hmm.
And them have the broker and God on them side, it would seem. So them good.
And
Yeah,
KFC.
and KFC, that trifecta can't lose. Can't lose.
The Trinity.
Boy, yeah. So you can't yeah. Obviously, I wouldn't. There's nothing to write them off, talk. That's like write them off, talk. But then the share the share price question then rears its ugly head.
Mm-hmm.
How long you think before?
How long before I forgive? How long before I believe, say, yeah, this kind of thing there? Because
That's where it gets interesting. That's where maybe
up on the
another
boogeyman.
episode. maybe another episode. The reality of that is, but if all parties are on board on that side, so then we're good to go. But
Yeah, the shares, the bank, and the shares
yeah,
man. Yeah.
yeah. The shares man has to be on board,
Yeah,
or
the
the
shares man not
shares
on board, and the shares are on board.
exactly,
So that's one of the hardest things for
exactly.
me to gauge always. What's he doing?
Why?
Like if I can't just if he doesn't if there's no bones being thrown, like give me some direction, then it's really a
Mhm.
matter of all right. If I can see what I think works best for that person that's in this scenario, then I was really I'm just
Uh-huh.
saying it can go a lot of ways.
Any which way, right? It can, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Might fly, might just hold on.
yeah, who knows? Who knows? Really, who knows? Well, I know who definitely don't know. Retail is not retail is not who's gonna carry it there.
Yeah, sure. Look at one chance Jamaica, bro.
All right, yeah. Where's retail and Trans Jamaica now? Where is it? 480. Thought the retail would have. Didn't the retail carry it over 5 the other day? How come the retail is back down to 480?
The retail is fickle, my brother.
Yeah, the retail.
They was trying to calculate the best way to get it to 10.
Yeah, exactly what you know what the retail is about to find and discover the new leg. Right, it's new leg time now. So end of the year, Q1,
I
new
even
leg,
looking at that
right
and
to
wondering
March.
it could possibly be a next year thing, you know. But it start here what again? 424. Beautiful.
I mean, I think the new leg is definitely a next year thing, but
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
chatter starts early.
But I don't. Retail. That's retail again. So it's to me. It can end the year here and everybody good, don't it?
Yeah, but I think the next 7 days, the next seven, I think between now to the end of the year, yeah, 7 days.
Not
I think
7
between
days.
now,
No.
yeah, 7 trading days.
Oh
So
yeah,
between
Christmas the cut.
yeah, Christmas and Boxing Day. So I think between now and the rest of the year, the next 7 trading days will see us will see us. I believe
I
that
know, bro. I
there'll
mean,
be
same.
a
I'm looking at the shape.
sudden
I'm even laughing and seeing the shape magic.
yeah on the queue, right?
It's like, oh, Jad don't
Yeah,
see that.
yeah. I even bought some, and I haven't bought Trans Jamaica in forever. So I actually bought some the other day.
So to 10 by end of year, Randy say.
Why not 20? We're just throwing numbers. Why not 20? Why not 20? Yeah, it's exciting. But if there's is there something else? I feel like there's something else and I'm forgetting it.
Me too. But I don't know. I haven't seen that. I say, But I feel like there's something else that I thought of earlier and I just haven't said it. I'm just gonna go back on the news tab and see. But
Yeah, if anybody want to send a speaking request, anything you want to ask us about, this is the time. We'll take if there's one more person who wants to talk, this is your time. Actually send a speaking request and we'll talk about whatever stock. Because I'm sure, like Dan and I have mentioned, what, 3, 4, maybe 5 stocks I'm sure there's a whole lot more out there that a few other people want to maybe hear views and or have an idea for the end of the year or some thoughts for the rest of the year, the year to come. Sorry, not the rest of the year.
Another one, probably not a lot of interest, but like bring it up because you mentioned it 2 weeks ago when you said they might have they might have something that some activity before the end of the year, and I was saying select M, select F. I was saying possibly not because next year when they're doing them thing, but I say it might before end of year. And this week has been a lot of activity for them. Most amount of shares, like a lot of shares trading for select.
Really?
Yeah, select M a lot. Select F, I'm not so sure, but if you look at select FQ on the sales side, this is interesting.
Select MD and select F.
Yeah. Select NB had a lot of trades I saw.
Hmm. Let me see. Select MD. Yeah, you're right. A lot of shares on 2 days. Well, 3 days
very,
really,
very
but
close
overall,
amounts. Like on this,
yeah,
the days where there's a heavy amount, 13 million on both of those days
13 million, yeah.
each.
13 million. Probably insider. Wait 7 days, I see. In fact, yeah, almost certain insider in my view.
It come out already. December 15th. There's a thing there. I noticed for December
Connected
15th.
party bought
11
11.4,
million.
11.36. Yeah.
So
Connected party at select MD.
yeah, so wait again and probably very likely get more, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I think that's how it is. I think it's related to that. I think it's related to the timing throughout the year
Me
end.
too.
So Q1, I believe. And they've said as much. And the conversion happens, and then nothing that crowd likes as much as a set gain that you can predict. And hey, 13,
Yes,
that might be, that might be.
It'll take out the calculator and you're good.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now. That could be. Well, school challenge quiz, so them start answer the question with that would be while I'm calculating. Yeah, you got like a 15 or more percent profit on 13 million units. Why not?
Rich and done.
Yeah, richer too, and in a short amount of time, if not even higher. In fact, there's some points within that. Well, 26 million. 26 million. Oh, that's a steady. Find two coin and throwing it myself too. Why not? And I can get at the price that they got it at. And there's still that 87.
Discount enough.
Yeah, quite a discount. And there's still that 2.8 million unit order sitting in the
Yep.
sell queue. It's been sitting there for a little while now too.
Yep.
It was 2.9 before. It was 2.999 before.
Somebody
Still there now. Well. Yeah, opportunity don't always look like opportunity, like we said a couple of weeks ago, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. That's I think that's steady state profit. Yeah, wow. There's like 4 or 5 companies and the market is quote unquote boring. We're going on to the end of the year now. But that's straight profit, that's straight cash too. Wow.
What a year. What a week.
Sorry, you hearing me?
No, I wasn't hearing it just now, what I say.
Yeah. No, it's in passing. Yeah, I don't know if somebody had sent a speaking request, I will miss it. If somebody want to talk to us about anything, you see me throwing out the last
Your
chance.
cue.
Yeah. Tell me something else that you see, though. Tell me what you see as the with a little time left, the weeks worth of trading left in the year, instead of month and the year. what do you think will be the surprise gainer for the rest of the year?
Surprise. That's okay. So you're gonna give me an easier question.
Well, tell me the question you'd like to answer.
Oh no. That's not it.
I just giving
I
time
don't
in
want
case
to say
anybody else
question, man.
wanted to
It's fine.
ask us anything around those lines. But
Surprise is a challenge. I want to do it. What would surprise me? What would, and is realistic, eh? Wrong tab.
to give some,
right done this year. Done this year in terms of movement.
what have they done? In terms of price or the business?
Price. How have they done?
Look at my money, JA. I'm seeing it.
30. It's back at 30.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work business wise in Trinidad this year.
It's flat year to date.
Say that again. Year to date, what?
It's flat year to date price.
Really?
Look at the USD too.
I'm not surprised about that. Per se, I'm not surprised that it's flat, and I'm not surprised.
USD is down. USD is down.
USD is down. Well, I mean, it no matter. I think you know, pick one.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, pick one. It's interesting actually. You say flat year today.
Might do a thing.
Almost. Well. Well. I wouldn't be surprised if they just end the year flat. I don't know if I mean, ending the year flat would give them, that's like a 6-7% increase thereabouts.
Okay, so
now
I'm
and end of the
talking
year.
USD. I think the USD might move. How down is it? It's like 22 and it's now 16, 17.
Okay.
It might just move that.
It's down 17?
It's down to 17. So it was 22 cents, it's 17 cents now. That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
but
5 cents off 20.
I don't think them care. I don't think that matters if the JMD is. Yeah, you can pick whichever one you want to use.
Yeah, pick one.
Yeah. Fact, I think it might be whichever one is easier to move. I could see them doing the USD. If you do the USD, you don't have to care about the JMD or vice versa, right? So if it's cheaper to do one, you do the one that you care about. So it might be the USD, right? There's probably something around the USD there, you're right. And that would be it's down 23%, like I said. So you're moving up like what? You're moving up almost 30, if not more than 30.
Almost 30. Not more than 30.
More than 30, 31.2.
Yeah?
Yeah, 31.2 just to get to one. Yeah, you 31.2. And it would be cheap.
Yeah.
What is that price as a matter of fact?
It might be boring. So
boring to the people who don't know about it or don't.
I feel it's surprised, but that's where the surprise is usually come. No, the surprise would be something that people never people either they're waiting on it and never really expect it now, or they never actually expect it, but it's a conversation point. It's like Kintyre fly. More than something. Yeah, people jump up and look at that and say, "Yo, that's something that's happening." Versus, AS Bride USD move up 30% from today. 30% in a week. I feel like people wouldn't care.
I get you.
It wouldn't be buzzing.
Yeah, it might actually just escape notice. Actually,
that's exactly what I would expect.
Yeah, but for the girl guards who sharp, they know better. 22.64 in the sell queue, single order. That is, yeah.
And I look at like RJR. Like they're down. Not by much, but still down. And are they still managed? Meaning you're not really seeing much of the monthly movements anymore.
I don't know if nobody care. I think the biggest
Yeah,
point
you
about
know,
RJR is like hear that guy talking earlier and say, I'm gonna watch radio, watch TV or
bro.
radio. Yeah. And I know he wasn't lying. But that
Radio is imposed upon us. It's if in an area we can't control.
yeah. And TV is the RJR have some re-spinning to do. And they had their CEO die suddenly
Yeah.
last week. Yeah. I wonder how that's going to affect that spin-off element that's supposed to happen. I'm hoping, I didn't know. I was hoping with the print side of things.
Pretty true, yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
I think that the plan is the plan, same in some. I would hope that they have some succession in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, any good
It
corporation at that level should.
has me thinking on the same like GK, the leadership change.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They have been showing their succession, like
fingers crossed and plans change. But they and they are big on it. They've been doing all of that work. So
you see that the move that they're making with Frontier, I think that's in response, I believe, to the damage that they've sustained through Melissa. And you need to do something, so you acquire the rest of the thing, which allows you to book a good difference. So you're buffering your profit. You're making sure you buffer the profit. There's such a corporation, but I can't knock that. That's good. It's good. It's good to know that we have that in Jamaica. The guys asking earlier about I mean, big company. Like I was thinking, GK, massive, and not just like innovative also in a way that people wouldn't think of, but they are, and they make and in the corporate innovation doing stuff like that by Frontier. But in my view, that's what it's a good chunk of.
It's how people view those words in innovation and disruption. They always think around the lens of, I mean, along the lens of where we hear the news on. Oh, remember when Uber, all those tech companies disrupting, everybody wanted to be a disruptor. Everybody's speech had them becoming a disruptor. So it was sold as more than it is. So we want to hear the big story and we miss the subtle meanings that these things actually are. Right? Innovation could just be, it could just be, I was kind of like Mayberry and MJE coming to market. That's innovation. Oh, we're listing a different kind of entity than people are used to. The fact that remember the company I remember you're the one that told me about this more than anything. The company that couldn't come to market and they were equity and thing they said they were equity and thing they fund basically and debt fund. Maybe this is a straight equity fund. That's innovation, right? Just them doing it in the way they're doing it. Which other company like that? The closest thing we had to something like that was unit trusts. So, but you wouldn't hear when people say, "Oh yeah, that's innovating," or that's disrupting.
Sorry, say that again. You say how many people?
You hear me?
No, I'm hearing you now. So,
you hear me? Oh yeah, how many people would call what they did, the MJE move, as innovation or disruption?
Probably much less than people would actually understand.
Yeah. So people think of that along a certain line, and then just everything else is no, you're not doing it. It's not much. If you're not going to space, you're not really doing this new thing.
Yeah.
So when people ask, because I think have we gotten a question? Who on the market is innovative and disruptive? I've had that many times. In fact, I think Neo Neo is probably the person that received the answer best from us.
Probably. You know, I was going to say Kintyre.
But that's true.
It is true. It's probably one of the most innovative on the market.
But people want to hear something else. They want to tell them that there's a new type of company being formed in Jamaica and it's going to shake the world.
Yeah.
Right, but Jamaica never invented TV. You know what invent the thing. You know what invent
exactly
electric cars. But somehow people still found a way to make money, right?
Significantly large amount of money to, but it's just
it's finding innovation that work for you and your situation and for you and your market.
Yep. And not many people. The beauty of it is that it's innovation and it still works even if it's not trumpeted, it's not on the news, it still is there and it does work. It can be profitable.
We wouldn't have any business if every businessman decided to be the next Elon Musk.
Exactly.
I need to send people to space. I need to find something that's cooler than that. It wouldn't work out. It wouldn't go. It would be going anywhere.
Exactly. And Musk I think, is one of his biggest benefits that he's used is that he knows how to use the view of him versus the real Musk, like what he's actually doing. Knows the benefit of what people think I am versus what I am.
I remember hearing about SpaceX Starlink from my brethren when SpaceX was the big front facing thing. I mean, still is not always, but it was a thing. You hear Musk. It was when people like Musk.
Yeah.
Right. So he had gone to school abroad in Silicon Valley side of things. So he had all that experience when he come back to Jamaica. And so coming to the finance field, so he talked to me about this thing, about Musk, and he's been satellites across the world and he wants to the internet. And that time, if you look at the satellite spread, it wasn't much. But SpaceX was a big talking point, and boy, I don't know why he's doing it, but he's doing it.
Yep.
And here we are now.
Yep. But he knows to make people concentrate on the what him doing versus the why.
Mm-hmm.
And when the why come out later on, it'll be a different matter. It'll be a different matter.
Get to the money.
Yeah.
And more.
Exactly.
And the power.
Exactly. Well, anyway, I threw it out there. I think we put in quite a bit of time.
Indeed, we did.
Yeah, nice shorter one. So, thank you as always. I do have to wrap up now, and I know a lot of people. Well, hopefully people like the conversation. I really like that conversation from Neo444. Yeah, big up Neo.
I think that's 2 straight episodes where not necessarily typical caller calls in, and some really great conversations off it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to more of that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And those of you looking forward to maybe what's happening over the next week, enjoy the holidays when they come, but people looking forward to what's happening on the market next week. Well, you can always join the Grow Group. Hear us talk about it. Those guys have been making guys and girls, men and women, have been making bank for years and for this year, and I know them have big plans for the rest of the year, and of course for the year to come. So you'll hear from us before then. I will look out for it. I should answer the same question I asked you. What do I think could provide a nice surprise? That IS Biden you mentioned is actually a very good one on the USD side. You say it and I'm looking at it now and I realize it really is. So
big up Jerry. He might not even know why I'm saying that, but big up Jerry.
You can't tell you after why, but that IS Biden move is because of him, or the point that you see there's something from what he said that made you see.
A conversation me and him had last year about. I can talk it now. We made a play on AS Brad. Me and Jerry have a session. Me and talk about Jerry portfolio, and Jerry showed me a play, and we said, "I'm not gonna do this," and we made some good money off AS Brad. So
I suspect it might happen again.
I was like, "Hey," and it looked a certain way again. So I was like, "Oh, maybe something can go on this again."
I suspect so, and I never. Exactly, you say it occurred to me. They have a dividend notice for a dividend consideration on the 23rd.
So big up Jerry.
Yeah, big up Jerry constantly every time. Big up Jerry. I want to throw one in there that one is actually very, very good. It's a Carib cement. I mean, that was Atlantic. Atlantic is the number 1 stock on the market so far this year. Once again.
And it's I never want to put that surprise because I feel like it's still a surprise.
Yeah, that's not a surprise at all. I just look at it and I realize.
What I like is it is above the place it peaked 2 weeks ago. The conversation we had with Atlantic about Atlantic. What's his name? Was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago?
I don't. Maybe it's a week ago. Is that a week ago?
No, man, it wasn't nobody last week.
Oh, no, I did last week. So 2 weeks ago,
And
yeah.
the week before that, week before it was a shorter one. I don't know if you called in then.
Mhm.
Probably before that, but to our week or thing there. Same night Thompson was speaking about the equity with us.
Mhm.
But yeah, he spoke. The guy that said he thing, I can't remember his name, but he bought into Atlantic on the spike. Remember that? And he was asking if he should average down or he's not selling or whatever. The thing I'm looking at now is and he was reluctant to average down, but no, it is so now the price is above where he bought initially. So if he had averaged down, he would be at his current at the current price. He would be in profit.
Yeah. Significant. Well, I was a significant profit, but yeah,
But
he
it's
been
profit.
much more profit
He
than
would not be in the loss he was in before.
exactly.
And he would have to wait till now to break even. He would have more money in the thing and be in profit on it.
Bigger profit.
And a big thing there was he saw certain things happening from a company perspective, and him think, oh, these things will actually make this thing be valued at 190 or 2, as he said. He bought below that, and he was refusing to buy lower than he bought initially because fear, the usual. Boy, I see it go down. I'm not gonna read anything there. I'm saying these are his reasons. I can't really fully remember what his reasons there, but yeah, this is the kind of thing you have to look at and say, boy, everything say the same, but I'll see the market and I'll feel whatever way 2 or 3 weeks later, he's the profit that if he just had that conversation properly and whatever, or listen to what I think was being said properly, then
Yeah,
some good profit would have been there.
some good profit there. Or as they say, buy the dip.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually bought the dip. That's some serious money. Like you say, I realized after Advanced Grow, I had Advanced Grow this week, and we were talking afterwards. And funny enough, somebody there was saying, just saying for a couple of reasons about why they sold some and what I'm waiting on. And I actually I gonna say it in the group to them, but I meant to tell them, so all right, I'll sell some. And they were like think pretty much we're thinking of a drop to 125. Not that that couldn't still happen. We're thinking of a drop to 125. And I'm going to joke and say, all right, let me give you 125 drop. Let me sell you some. If you drop there, I'll sell you some of mine. And I am very happy that I did not. I'm very happy that I did that. It traded over 150 today. Yeah, it traded over $1.50 today. So it closed at 148, but it traded as high today as 152.
152. Yep.
Yeah.
And then again, the trading peak. I'm looking at the thing there, the ending, because I think he bought it above the thing. I think he bought it near to the peak, the 170. So I don't know if he is in profit, but if he I don't know if he is break even now. But if he had bought the dip, then
yeah, he wouldn't only have broken even, he would have been in profit now. Yeah.
He would have been in profit. So the key part of that is the thing he identified. That was very true. But he made the I'm looking at the price moving, determine how he feels about the thing that he like. When you talk about everything except the price, man will say, "Yo, yeah, man, I think this thing works, whatever, and things haven't changed in certain ways, but the only thing that changed was the price, and then his ideas are only ever changing." So to me, I can only see it that way.
Yeah, it met the share price. I remember the conversation now. It met the share price determine like
If the thing right or wrong.
yeah, if it versus every other point around it. Yeah. Well, a few weeks later and it being proven wrong.
Either a good lesson or a good profit.
There we go. Sometimes both.
It depends what he did.
Well, I hope he did good and enjoying it. I know I certainly am. And we have 5 days left, as I said, to enjoy more. And we'll see. So at the end there, to have mentioning that a good thing he bought more in the IPO, I believe. He bought an IPO and bought, well, that's also a good one, yeah. IPO of the year, easily. Unless the equity lists within the next few days since they're closed, unless them list in the next few days and also shoot up, which will be the second time that would have happened to a Canadian company, right? If it happens. Unless that happens, then this is certainly a strong contender for IPO of the year. But granted, it's not like it's a heavy, heavy field, but nonetheless, grateful for every dime.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I think I'll call it. When I say I'll call it and I see a speaking request right at the end. Just to be nice, I will go through with it. And then we're definitely ending afterwards. Hi, night, pink intensity.
Hi, night.
That name is sound rich.
Very.
Night.
Good night.
I just wanted to share that my favorite stock, I think, would be considered a boring stock. You actually mentioned it earlier. It's actually Wigton, my favorite stock for the entire year.
Word. We love boredom here,
Yeah, so why is it my favorite stock? Monthly, I can get anywhere between 5 and 10% after fees.
Listen to the striking.
And worst case, 5% monthly. That's what, 60% for the year, based on the trading range. So that's my favorite stock. Yeah.
If you compound that,
it has been very good to me. Yeah.
I'm more than thing there. I'm way more than that. Compound it.
Yeah. It's much more than that if you compound that. Every month, it's much. If you compound 10% every month, you double your money in what? 7.5 months? Yeah. 7.2 months. Rule of 72. So not bad at all. Yeah, I like your boring stock.
What's the rate? 5% to what?
She said 5 to 10.
5 to 10, roughly, after fees. Monthly, you can get that monthly.
After quote unquote boring stuff.
That's my favorite stuff. Yeah. And it's not talked about much or anything, but yeah, I love it.
Let's see, you can load it up, you know. A client told me that you guys know her, and she have herself as beginner, and she has been striking. So big up she and big up you.
Yeah.
You guys are making real money in this market.
And I listened to what she just said, and I'm looking at it now, and honestly, it could also be a surprise, yes, for the end of the year from where it is now. Right today, it's at 121.
Well, it's what 120, yeah. Mine load it up for real.
Yeah, mine should load it up. Should I try and make our Christmas really, really good?
Well, I said on average every month, but I'm not in there this month. But I do expect it to go up from the 121.
I'm looking at the queue, and it can very much do that.
Yeah, man.
I think it's likely to actually.
You never want to say that part.
Yeah. I'll say that. I think it's likely to. And again, you're right. It's on, even though it can go up, it's on boring. Between where it started the year and where it is now, it was 131. So that's 8%. Nothing great. Nothing exciting. But
it's down for the year. Rough life.
Yeah, it's down 12.95, call it 13% for the year. I could see it going anywhere from I could see going back anywhere from the 8% to the same 12. Yeah, I could see that. But very much the more I think about it, the more. That's a good one. Look at that. You call it boring, but it's actually not boring. Really, yeah, it's a money stock too.
Good. It's Victor.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
No, not so boring, but maybe a week.
Yeah, why do you think it's boring? We can end with that. Why do you think it's boring?
Because it's not talked about a lot. Usually when you look at market reports, it's not mentioned and stuff, but the trading bonds are volatile. So even though it look like nothing are going, only for things are going. Yeah.
There's quite a few.
That's why I call it boring.
Quite a few of those on the market, But this
is the low key tech guys would like this one.
Yes, if they know about it.
And you can get good volumes in and out.
Correct.
Yep.
Reliably.
Money stock.
Correct. Boy, I like it so much. I don't want to say more about it. Thank you for this boring. Thank you for this
Boring question.
boring game. By the end of the year, let's see what happens. Let's see if you get it right. That's why I look for it. I look closer next week and the week after that. I look closest. If it work out. Thank you very, very much. Anything else you want to say? Or are you good?
No, that's it. I just wanted to share that tonight.
Good share. Big up.
Big
Thanks for
up.
calling in.
You're welcome.
Big up and thank you. And thank you, Dada, for doing this episode with me, as usual. And
Yeah.
as I said, we thank you already. So I'll wrap it. Or you can wrap it, Dada.
All right. Big up, people. Thanks for calling in. See you again. Who is it next week? Because next week is Boxing Day.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
I have checked the management, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what can happen next week, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, interesting to happen on the market either which way. So when we see you again, we'll talk about them. And
The week
thanks
after that.
Thanks for the call. Right. A really good conversation tonight. And thanks for the listeners. See you again soon.
Yeah, big up. It's been BrickTalk, guys. Night, everybody.